Hey, welcome to the BYB Podcast. That sounds for the backyard boys. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. But it's four guys on a show, so I hope there isn't too much humping. Oh no, I've done it again. I do gay references. I'm going to get in trouble and made fun of. Oh no. But yes, absolutely. It's Wednesday, folks. Middle of the week. We're here. We're doing it. We're having it. It's happening. Skol. Exactly, right, Christian?
Exactly. Pitcher exactly. That's why we're here.
Exactly. Indeed. We love having Christian on. He's a good egg, folks. You can find him on WATP on WAL. Who are these broadcasts? Absolutely. You're doing the Lord's work over there because broadcasts are so much more important than YouTube channels or any of that other stuff. Just like Aaron Imholte, Chad Zumach, all the radio guys, Anthony, they will tell you this.
Yeah, we occasionally dip into that, but we do try to get the local news. We try to get the political talking heads and the sports journalists who take themselves way too seriously. And, some of the sports journalists who have fun, like the gang over on Inside the NBA on TNT. Shaq ran to the bathroom on a recent episode, and they spent 2.5 minutes covering that. So we like to share stuff like that over there.
Did they follow him? Did they follow him into the bathroom like Opie might? Go in there, make fun of him, film him taking a dump.
No, but the next night there was a porta potty in the studio. So.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man. I don't know. We got Will Heron. I guess you could cover that guy down there in Louisiana.
Louisiana is how you say it.
I know it's like New Orleans when you say New Orleans.
No. It's Nolens, Louisiana.
Nolens. Yeah. On this. That's right. MFers. Right. But yeah, you could always cover that guy. He's actually a main part of the news today, believe it or not. Oh. Little old Aaron Imholte has been trying to crush his dreams of staying on the air as a sports broadcaster. So there you go. Full circle. Indeed. But also, he's frozen in fear or just frozen or I don't even know what Yingwi's doing, but hell yeah, man, I would do it with you if I could because, I love heavy metal and all music related in close proximity genres, as it were, if you will. Yingwi, are you doing all right, buddy?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
You don't seem fine, though.
I am, though.
You know what catatonic is? You seem much like catatonic to me.
Do drugs, do every night.
Drugs, heroin. Yeah, well, I don't know what drug that is, but you should stop doing it for sure.
Okay,
of course, or do twice as much. It kind of depends.
All right,
right. Yeah. Maybe you just haven't reached the level where the it starts working properly. Indeed.
It hurts.
And Honky Tonk. He's got, is that a Willis? You got a Patrick Willis?
It is. It's a classic, my brother.
I can see about half of a 52, but I know that number 52.
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
That is, Hall of Famer. Plenty of Hall of Famers coming from that San Francisco 49ers football club.
I didn't know if we were going to have to call the fucking ambulance for Yingwi because it looked almost kind of like a stroke. My grandfather had a stroke. He had that same look in his eyes, man. It was like, so I was
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
I get that look when we're out of jelly.
I thought he was doing an impression of Ken Mosca's adult son, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, too soon, folks. Too soon. You're going to be the next co-host. Are you working to be on the next co-host on MLC?
If I were to ever receive the link, I would have to click on it, but I'm not seeking it, nor could I ever imagine KB wanting to talk to me. And
apparently, you have to flip out completely at 2:30 in the morning, and then you just get a link, and you just come on, and he laughs at you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest I ever got was when Liam was on regularly, and sometimes I would super chat during that. But I don't think he has Liam on anymore. I don't keep track. Of course,
I haven't seen him on there in a long time. Yes, correct.
But all the hours that Liam's logged on YouTube, nothing was better than his appearance here on the BYB with John Melendez. Still, that's his Hall of Fame clip right there.
Yeah. I would agree with that 100%. And I would also say that's pretty much the last time I was getting along with Liam. So it only went really quickly downhill from there. So be it. Life goes on.
It almost came right back around again, but then not.
I think whatever. You really do like
right back around. You know how long it'd take to circle Liam's fat ass?
Well, I'll ask him what he thinks. Actually, a few hours after we're done here, I'm doing something with him 10 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, that's 1 a.m. in the East on his YouTube channel. We're talking about the new Jason Statham movie because he's talking about movies and pop culture. And
he's like a contractor or something. He's a regular man of the people worker.
He works on a construction site, but someone gets kidnapped and. If you saw the last Rambo movie, it's actually a better version of that script, and Sylvester Stallone is listed as a producer. So I feel like he just sold a draft of Rambo 4 or Rambo 5, whichever one it was. But it's not good. But there's a lot of laughing in it.
I think the last one I seen is when he was in Afghanistan. So we'll call it good. That was back in the 90s, I think. So we're good. We've moved on. I do believe. I feel that way. I also, with the Rocky movies, the last one I saw was Rocky 5 with, I can't even remember the guy's name. He was a real boxer. Tommy something. Tommy.
Morrison from Oklahoma.
Tommy Morrison. There you go. You nailed it, sir. Indeed. T.O. Hank, no hack. 2 quad, I'm crushed. Yeah, man. Life jumps up and slaps you in the face every once in a while, and this is one of those situations. So I kindly have to back out. I can't get into it too much on here because, like I said, it is personal. So I'll leave it at that. But I'll tell you what, I'm bummed because I was going to get to meet my good buddy, Christian Bladt, Dave Sarah, Teamster Tim, Misfit. You go down the line, man. There's a lot of people. I'm not going to get to hang out with.
I think you were very unlikely to actually meet Dave Sarah. I think he would have had every intention to show up there, but he was supposed to come to the first Hackamania. So
true.
Yeah.
He's buying my ticket apparently though.
Well,
so
he okay. So he lives like, I don't know, 10 minutes from me, and I've actually never met him, but it'd be great.
You guys should jump in the same car.
I was very disappointed to hear Carl broke the news earlier today, at least to me, that you weren't coming to Hackamania.
Yeah.
And I'm very disappointed because I was looking forward to a Skol moment with you.
Indeed. As well was I, sir. Indeed. So sorry about that. And sorry to everybody. I'm letting all my fans and everybody else down too. So
you're releasing your delegates to Tukey. So anyone who is turning up to use promo code QUADFATHER, they can use promo code CUM. Potatoes.
CUM, CUM. That's right. If you don't know how to spell CUM, that's the correct way. At least that's what Cardiff Electric told me. He is a professional and he knows everything there is to know about cum. So there,
Cardiff Electric will tell you literally anything to try and get cum from you. So please be careful.
Yes. Yeah, he'll lie, cheat, and steal that cum right off you when you're not looking even. Indeed. No shit show. Do the Johnny. I won't be able to get up. Like, you know how bad Johnny looked trying to get back up? There, I don't even have that much in me. So I would be laying on the ground the rest of the show if I tried to do that bit. I don't know if you guys could hear me talking from down there. If you want me to, maybe I'll do it.
Have you ever cried on the show like Johnny Crutches? I like to think of you as more of a man's man than Johnny Crutches. I hope
I'm a manly man.
Yeah, all right.
I am a manly man. Yeah, so not a chance. Not a chance. Not gonna do it. And not gonna do it.
1,000 points of light.
Right on. Yeah, I don't know if you guys caught up with this, but indeed, WATP covered the old Quad Father and Honky and Yingwi as well. We did, so we got WATP royalty on with us on Wednesday evening. We also had a little bit of royalty on Monday. We had Adam Bush. Yeah, he was on. Great guest. Had a lot to say. Literally a very boisterous talker, so we did enjoy having him on.
Yes,
he's a very thoughtful guy when it comes to your former best friend, Stuttering John Melendez. I like, he can be swayed, but he really puts a lot of time thinking about all of this, and that's probably why he fits in so well. Because I think we all spend, whichever corner we're most interested in, we all spend too much time thinking and talking about it.
He is well thought out. I will give him. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things he says, but he's very well thought out. That is, I'll give him. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it feels like you just clicked off your correct mic again, Yingwi. I'm not sure, but
no.
Oh, okay. No, that sounded better. All right. Yeah, maybe you
I have a lazy mouth. Apparently, I keep.
I literally have a lazy mouth. So when I listen back to all my clips, and I really don't watch WATP that often. I do watch a little bit of what Christian does over there. But yeah, I'm not like a huge watcher of the WATP.
I have seen you in the chat on Who Are These Broadcasters, and I always try to highlight your comments, even when you're in the poor chat.
Damn! Now you're calling me out. Now I gotta send you money. I feel obligated at this point.
That's what I was looking for.
Fair enough. You got me there. I'll have to do it.
Well played,
indeed. So yeah, they did cover us today, guys, and I feel very impotent right now. So,
damn, we made it to the big leagues.
I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of shooting back on Friday. I'm not gonna put Christian through that. It does kind of feel weird because they were watching clips of Adam on the show. You know what it's too many. What do they call that?
It's too meta. It's like a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat. Because if you were to play clips of them playing clips watching you, we'll all travel back in time to the year 1970.
Suddenly it's silly.
Yeah, that's true. It might become TSN.
Yeah, they call that like in streamception.
Streamception.
It's like too many levels deep, and I'm going to do it on Friday just because I want to give a little context and go back at it a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of streamception. But I did have some issues with some of the things that were said and whatever. Not in a big deal way.
Well, don't not talk about it because I'm here. But if you want to say
I'm not prepared for it. I need to actually break it down and do timestamps and stuff.
Yeah, that was
like WATP.
It was only a few hours ago. So
they don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I only had time to watch that little clip of them talking about me.
And Quad, it's pronounced exactchi.
Exactchi. I like it. But before we go any further, welcome to the stage, a Fegut Sayer. What say you, Fegut Sayer?
Faggots.
I missed him.
Okay, so the only one thing I really wanted to know is I had never even considered the fact that there was a possibility that Adam Bush may be a gay man. I know that they did accuse this podcast of being very talking about gay stuff constantly, which I'll take credit for that solely because I do constantly say gay stuff. But yeah, do you know if Adam's a straight man or not, or is that untoward to even ask?
Well, he lives in Los Angeles like I do, so obviously everyone here is either gay or gay adjacent. I feel like he's on WATP every Wednesday now. I feel like I've heard him mention his wife in passing, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I think that it's entirely possible, but I'm fairly sure he's not. But as they said on Seinfeld, not that there's anything wrong with that either.
I didn't call him an Essler, did I?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. No, they were just covering that whole thing about him and Patrice going down to whorehouses and whatever, and we'll talk about that on Friday. And then they were like, "Did he?" They were trying to say like I was trying to pin him into a corner where he was gay, and it's like I actually had never even considered the thought that he might be gay. Honestly,
I thought that you were just creeped out by the brothel aspect of it.
Yes,
those trips were legendary. I mean,
you were kind of saying, why would you want to go to a brothel? Why would
that's what I was thinking. Why would a famous person with money want to go have sex with whores in Brazil? And I didn't want to like make him feel bad for saying that.
Jim Norton used to always go on those trips, and a number of familiar Opie and Anthony adjacent comics would go on there. They were famous. They had money. And there is one word that sums up why they would go, and that word is pussy. And it's top shelf Brazilian pussy, even if you have to pay for it.
Is there a thing?
So maybe it's maybe it's mid shelf. You're it's a little past the expiration date, but you're like, I can still drink this.
It's got lumps and it doesn't smell very good, but if you hold your nose, you can still drink it.
Yeah, right.
I've never paid for it, and I get creeped out when people want to have sex with hookers. Honestly, that was my only thing. So I don't know how you feel about that, but I won't put you on the spot and ask you just like I did with Adam. I wouldn't do that.
I've never paid for sex, but I've certainly slipped a stripper a couple extra bucks for a hand job. So
fair enough.
I'll break that news right here on the BYB
podcast. Breaking news.
And we'll be having lots of gay references. So everybody in the chat, if you're expecting gay references, there will be plenty of them. And I guess I will silently let people get away with not answering questions about having sex with whores.
What Christian didn't know was the hooker was in the back room.
She's in the house. She's calling from inside the house.
Yeah.
Indeed. But yes. Welcome everybody. Of course, I'm sure you guys all know how to buy memberships and get memberships or gift memberships even. As Yingwi loves to tell everybody, it is April showers of memberships, which will turn into May flowers of memberships, and that's what we're going for, folks. We're trying to get the membership drive count way up. So I know we're hovering around like 200, and we're always trying to get more because we're doing the grift. We are grifters, apparently. But yes. Michaela and Flat Cat. Happy birthday, ladies. I'm gonna have to call you both out right now. And that's right. And Genta says happy birthday to you girls. Indeed. So
where were you, Flat Cat? Where were you?
She was first. She was here first before anyone today. So happy birthday to both of you ladies.
Happy birthday.
And no, they're not called escorts. Flat Cat and Michaela are not escorts. No. How dare you? Oh, wait.
No, they're a couple of whores.
He was talking about the other part we were talking about. I get it now. Indeed. Yeah, put that back up there. But yeah, of course, the membership links, the PayPal, the Linktree links. I'm thrown off because I wanted to wish these ladies happy birthday, and I almost totally forgot. I did wish them both happy birthdays in someone else's chat, but I never actually got to say the words "Happy birthday" to you. So sorry if I got caught off for a second there. But yes, indeed. You can use the super tip system, also the QR code and the supertip.gg/BYB. Of course, that's what will take you to use the voice tip or the text tip on the super tip system. So if you want to use that, go ahead, do it anytime you feel free, like you need my permission even.
Do you have any unique voices on the super tip? You know how some of the shows have different characters than others. Is there anybody that you have that nobody else has, Quad? Me
and Rochi. Well, actually, I guess Rochi's on Equals channel too, but okay. Than that, it's just me and Rochi. Our voices are different than anyone else's, but we got Jake Hudson, Stevie Lou, maybe Stevie Lou. I don't think he's on a lot of channels, so
who would want him? But it's
Melton just automatically gave them to me when I asked for super tip. He was like, "Here, these are the ones you get. You get Stuttering John, Kevin Brennan, Chad Zumach, Stevie Lou, and Jake Hudson." It was like, okay, we'll take them, no problem. But now we got Joey C, myself, and Rochi as well too. So.
Well, some of them are better than others. I think Stevie Lou's is a pretty good one.
When he's saying horrible stuff to me, it even sounds better, right?
Ironically, one of the worst ones is Carl. It just doesn't sound like him. You know, they should have the most audio available to create the Carl AI. But I think Dick Masterson sounds really good, and John has gotten better. I think when John first got rolled out, it didn't. Yeah, I think he definitely sounds better now. Opie is spot on.
I think I've heard of
Whoa, man. Doggy. Come on, doggy.
Hey, doggy, I'm having my coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah, it's that real New Yorker. Actually, you know, I do respect the New York accent because I think it's dying away like a lot of accents are, honestly. So,
yeah,
there you have it.
Well, if it's dying away, this is the reason.
Indeed. But yeah, if you guys want to gift memberships, the link's right there. All the links are pinned to the top of the chat, but also hit that like button, smash to subscribe, and of course, turn on those notifications so you know when we go live every time, baby. And of course, Bob Bank became a YouTube member of the BYB Podcast. Beep, 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 beep. And I know you're very familiar with our show, so you don't take offense to me taking a pause out just to yell and scream about gifted memberships and whatnot. I guess everybody's kind of used to it over here in the Dabbleverse.
I think every show talks about it, yeah. But, you know, this is all well and good, Bob Bank, but he's not doing the Lord's work like Brent Monkhouse.
Exactly. Kip Smith, member for 5 months. This is your free super chat for the month, Kip Smith, as Chad Zumach calls him. And we will be getting into lots of Chad Zumach and a lot of steel toe tonight. I'm not sure exactly how much steel toe we're going to have time for, but we got lots of time for Chad Zumach tonight. We got hours of clip watching, probably. There was so much content that came out from that. Kip Smith, Coward Aaron banned me everywhere. Fuck steel toe. Fuck Carl. No, Carl.
That's not Carl.
Keanu. No, not Keanu. Keanu. That's Bisconte.
Kill women.
You know what? Yeah,
it's kill women.
F Korean women, I think.
Yeah, it's fuck Korean women. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Is Kip Smith's got a
Which,
thing
by the way,
about
don't knock it if you haven't tried it.
That's right.
Right. I mean, shit. They're small. It doesn't take much time.
Yeah, they got soft hands too, right? Unlike that.
My wife's Chinese, so I can't.
Nice.
I can't. Say with authority, but
right.
Yeah.
I see. Brent Monkhouse, check this guy out. If you want to know how you should be acting in the chat, this Brent Monkhouse guy, he fucking gets it, guys. This guy gets it. Brent Monkhouse gifting 5 BYB Podcast memberships. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And you've been gifting a bunch of them lately, so very appreciative. We do appreciate that. And here's a little fruity feller came in to even do one. So Eco Pineapple coming in and became a BYB Podcast YouTube member. Beep, 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 beep. And happy birthday, Michaela and Flat Cat.
Yeah, Michaela caught one of those free memberships a few minutes ago. So she's already on her way on her birthday.
Yeah, she comes anywhere near me, she's going to catch one. All right. Oh, whoa. Oh. Happy birthday, Michaela. Hey.
That's a case.
Indeed. But yes, Crumbum, thank you for being a member for 7 months, sir. That's you're doing the Lord's work out here in the Dabbleverse. Indeed, we appreciate it. And then, of course, Age of Quarrel coming in. Look at this guy. Big, I think he's a big MLC fan. Age of Quarrel, $10. This guy pays attention. And I know he's got his ear to the ground. So this is actually a good comment. Unsure if it's a work or not, but Kevin is hesitant to dunk on Chad too much today. This happened last time they had a spat too. Right. And I think the last time Kevin did already have a replacement for him in the form of Bob Levy. Therefore, he had like backup already sitting there. This one's a little different. He doesn't have anyone sitting there by his side that he would probably consider somewhat of his equal, I would say.
Ray DeVito is going to be his new guy. You watch. It's going to be goddamn gay Ray. You watch.
You think he's going to be pulling corpses out of the graveyard like Ray DeVito?
How many other people is he going to get out there that he can verbally bitch slap for an entire show and feel good about it still?
Well, Christian just offered to go on a minute ago.
Oh, yeah, but it was kind of as a one-time thing, I think. He wasn't looking to go on for every episode.
No. Well, but I don't know. KB says he's out of the Ray DeVito business, and there's no coming back from that. Once KB says he's out of a business, he doesn't go back in, because if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah. Goddamn, then it's Gino Bisconte who he also said that about.
And like you said, whenever KB says something, it's written in stone. There you go. You're correct, Christian. So everybody, there is that poll question. It's pinned in the chat too. So if you guys haven't seen the poll question or want to answer it, the poll question for today is: Chad Zumock leaving MLC again? Is it a work? And so far, like 60 of you have voted. So get those numbers up. Hit the like button and go vote. And be like these guys. Donate. Do something. Right. Do something with your life.
Do the Lord's work. BYB. Come on. Stand up. Yeah. Not you, God.
Indeed. All right. Let's get right into it. Christian, I saw you were having a little bit of fun with Chad today. I know he's probably,
a little bit of fun with the mud shark. Yeah, he occasionally remembers my name, and there was a time where he referred to me as the new guy, and I had to point out that I was, I'm almost 50, and I've been at this for a little while. It's all right. I don't expect people to know who I am, but I'm not the new guy, that's for sure. He's more aware of my co-host on Who Are These Broadcasters, Eric Zane, because he was a radio guy like Opie, but it's fine if Chad, but he does remember my name because he's TM Zumock, and he saw that I was Christian DMZ, so he went off on that. But Quad, I know you know why I'm Christian DMZ, because of when I created the account, and I just stuck with it.
Yeah, I almost recognize DM. Yes, almost recognize that. Almost know where that's from.
Right. That's because when Dennis was on Twitter, he was Dennis DMZ, Dennis Miller, and I doing a radio show, and it just it seemed to match. And I thought about changing it, but nobody knows me as Christian WATB, so I just left it.
Yeah, Well, I mean, we could learn new things. Come on, give us some credit. We're not like old dogs.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
Yingwi.
Yeah, maybe we are. Maybe we are. Okay.
Pull the clip. I'm willing to change my name to Christian MLC if KB will have me.
The offer's on the table, folks.
Right.
There you have it. It's out there.
Where are we going to find a judge at this time of night?
Yeah. Clip that, put it on Twitter, tag Kevin in it, and I'm sure Christian will be on his show tomorrow. I mean, it's like,
wow.
I think the Tukey and the potato thing is the main reason we're here where we're at now in Moscow.
It was amazing. I don't know where you're at with Tukey and the potato quad, but I enjoy them both very much. And them coming on and clowning KB to his face was captivating. I couldn't look away.
Most of it.
No,
I think he's slow, man. He is slow. Yeah. I was actually kind of surprised by that fact, honestly.
Yeah.
Indeed. We'll be watching a lot of that. Yeah, we've got a lot of it. But so if you guys didn't get a chance to see it,
me commenting about that is what you were sort of setting up before the interaction I had with Chadley early this morning.
Boom! Oh, yeah, I hit it twice. Indeed. So yes, Christian on Twitter had a little back and forth with our buddy the Mud Shark, getting in the mud with Christian. How did it feel getting in the mud, Christian?
It's not the first time I've had an interaction with him. I caught his attention because I was on with our friend Adam Hughesy, the H-Man Hughes, on his show once. And Chad was just in the chat. Chad was in the poor chat. So I might have made an offhand comment about Chad. And so from that moment on, he's like, this guy sucks. And look, you can think I suck. It's fine.
This guy sucks. He's a loser. Wow. Christian, you need to go away.
What's with the DMZ? Yeah. So,
you're not North Korea.
Yeah, got him.
So Chad's original post, which you can see on the screen. I just tuned in to KB's embarrassing show right now. He's being trolled by a puppet and the potato filter that both love Melton, Carl, and Kumia while shitting on me. Great job, Brennan. Way to shit on the last loyal guy in your life. I don't even follow Shuley on Twitter, douchebag. And so I saw that and I was like, oh, it seems like having, and I tagged my friends in this, having Cardiff Electric and Tukey instead of Chad Zumach would be a tremendous improvement in overall quality. I'd be inclined to join Brendan's Patreon in order to get access to a show like that, which was an intentional dig because we all know what happened to Chad's Patreon. And he said, there's a reason why you're not funny. And I responded, cool story, bro, because it just showed that I put absolutely no effort into it. And then he said, terrible comeback. You belong on Carl's cringe show. So within like 4 seconds, I wrote back, cooler story, bro. And, that was the end of it. But as I was telling Quad before we started, I was ready with my favorite video. I was going to respond with the please clap Chad video. And I didn't get around to it, unfortunately. And I know people know what it is, but if you want to bring it up on the screen, Quad, you'll see it there. Oh, was that it?
I don't know.
Was it too short?
Please clap.
I got it done.
Thank you.
And
please clap.
It's really hard to find his dry bar special. The only way I was able to get that clip was I found Melton watching it. And so I clipped this from Melton watching it. I couldn't find Chad's actual special anywhere.
So even if you search Chad Zumach dry bar, it doesn't.
Yeah, I went through dry bar's whole page. There's clips from his special, but I wanted the entire special because I wanted him saying that. But anyway,
I think I have found it before when I've looked for it just to see the comments that people were putting on there and whatnot.
Yeah.
We've all made fun of Ray DeVito for the Nate J9674 comments that everybody's made fun of, which we all know is one of Ray DeVito's alts. So see him commenting on his own special and saying how good it was, and yay, bravo, Ray. And then everybody and their dog piled on his content and made fun of it. So that's what you never want to do, is call attention to your comments on anything like that. So
probably not a good idea. Yeah,
not a good idea. But yeah, it's in there somewhere. And it's what's the other one? The Kmart special, is that the one? Please clap. Kmart special.
Oh, he talks. Yeah, there's Kmart special, and then he talks about the Walmart in Del Mabry. I guess he has all new material, but that's the stuff he was leaning on.
Does he though?
I don't know.
Okay, so I know people that have saw him in Side Splitters. I know people that have seen him in Colorado.
Rocco went to see him in Colorado. Yeah, he posed for a picture with him and Nick Swarsten.
From what I've seen from everybody that I've talked to, he hasn't come up with like new jokes in a long time. So it's pretty much like if you've seen all his specials, you will be seeing those repeated. Even the jokes that he stole from like Kevin. Apparently, there's a couple jokes that Kevin said he could use, and he does. He does use it every single stand-up show he does. So there you go. But yeah, we'll be getting into a lot of that. We got tons of footage of him talking shit today. So
it's kind of like having being too short-armed to touch the back burners. Once you've heard it one time, it's plenty. Okay.
Yeah, and once you've heard it 20 times, not so much anymore.
No.
Indeed. It's a bad look. It's a bad look and bad jokes. And no one should be clapping.
At least 20 times. Somebody, I think it was Kahuna, said he's heard it at least 20 times.
But yeah, Age of Quarrel, I'll read this one and then we'll get into the clips, folks. Age of Quarrel, $5.55. I like the conformity with the numbers. That's great. Chad's not only doing Kmart jokes in an era in which Kmart no longer exists, he's naming specials after it. Boom! You got him, sir. You got him. Right. Yeah, I think the last Kmart closed 5-10 years ago. So indeed. You got him, Age of Quarrel. And Age of Quarrel, I don't think he's a fan of the Z-Man or TMZ Zoomock or any of that stuff, but we got a lot of clippage to get through. And I'm like I said, the amount of stuff that we want to just go through, I just had so many thoughts when I watched it. It was like, man, we really do have to watch 20 minutes of freaking footage tonight, which is we don't typically like just watching a bunch of footage straight through, but it's kind of necessary in this case. So we're going to do it. So let's get started, folks. And like you said, Christian, I am a huge fan of both Cardiff and Tukey. So yes, 100%. I loved all of it. And let's just start off with that. What do you think about Cardiff and Tukey being on with Kevin Brennan? As far as like, I know they were goofing on him. I don't think he really caught on to it, but would you like to see more of it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think that they add incredible value to anything they're on. I mean, yeah. Cardiff and Tukey and Corndiff made Opie watchable, which is something that Opie has never been able to do except with them. So yeah, I think that they elevate anything that they're on, and I don't.
But it wouldn't upset you to see like them elevating like MLC.
I think that would actually be great. And if they were on MLC regularly, I would be happy for them because it would mean they're getting paid. You know,
the only episode I've ever seen personally of MLC that I thought was funny was an episode where Rocco was on with Tukey, and there were sections of that episode where it was I couldn't catch my breath funny, yeah. and KB was actually relatable, which I can't say he's ever been relatable to me in any other episode I've ever seen, whether it was a clip or an actual live show. It was a completely different show to me with Rocco on there. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember the episode you're talking about. And,
it was
great.
Hysterical.
Yeah, and even Brennan said that Tukey gets the show. You know, he understands what the show should be. The problem is most of the time, KB is the only one who knows what the show should be, and you know the talent doesn't always rise to the occasion. But having Tukey and Cardiff on, I thought was great.
The problem is, I'm sure.
I thought Tukey and April Brucker was probably the best one. Like, that was so fucking good. He crushed that lady. He destroyed her badly. But she's a good egg. She's fun. All right, let's get right into it.
Wouldn't they get rid of Mike Morse first?
That's why I'm yelling. Between YouTube and paying guests and paying Chad and paying Adam, I'm not getting rich over here. And now Ken Mosca's like, hey, let me fuck up Chad's money. That's all he's doing. Because Ken Mosca does not have the money to he's no Bentley. He's no Borgo. He don't know he's no Permasil. He don't have no horsies. So he's a motherfucker with a severely autistic kid acting like he's some high roller, and all he's doing is fucking with Chad's money. Go ahead, Potato.
I don't know if I want to follow this.
Yeah, so he totally dumps on Ken Mosca's autistic daughter. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of shit.
It's his son, and like at one point, Rocco or Tukey just says like, "Oh, come on, man, it's his kid. Do you really want people talking about your kid?" And you know, I mean, there's no reason to talk about this guy's kid, and they try to get out of him like, who the fuck is Ken Mosca? I watched this, and then I watched Carl and Adam Bush watch this like a couple hours after I still don't know who Ken Mosca is. I guess he's a chatter, right? He's no David Chandler, but he's a chatter.
Wasn't that his good buddy who's a comedian as well?
Yeah. Okay. No, Ken Mosca and Gino both talk about him. I think Ken Mosca is also the guy that was trying to set them up with like the Tennessee Beer Hall, like the event space for Kill Kevin.
Oh yeah, in Atlantic City. Yeah. Well, he did a bang up job on that.
Well, I don't. Yeah. All the trolls ruined it for us by contacting the owner lady. She couldn't handle it. Chad loves passing off the buck for as far as taking responsibility for that thing falling apart.
They did it. They got my show canceled. I hope you're happy now. I'm still going to go to Jersey for Jim Florentine's birthday.
Right. Do you guys think you could help me out with an airplane ticket? I'm like short on funds and stuff. Like, you guys are all losers, but I can't afford to go. Like, can you help out?
This is the episode where you invite us on.
I know shit that you guys don't know. I know Ken Mosca way before Chad did. So Ken Mosca acting like this is a win for Chad to not work here anymore. And Ken Mosca's going to prop him up like Bentley does to fucking Ray DeVito. It ain't happening. Ken Mosca don't have any money.
Can I ask you one question?
Ken Mosca ain't got no money. Ken Mosca is flat broke. And so I guess your worth, if everybody out there listening right now, you know what your worth is as a chatter on the MLC network is how much money you're giving to them. Yeah. Other than that, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, if you stop throwing those hundies at them, go fuck yourself, right?
Exactly.
You're as good as dead.
Exactly. Correct answer.
You know that Permaseal outfit he talks about? That Permaseal or Permasign or whatever the hell it was?
It's Permaseal. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. He's not donating to Brennan no more now because of Chad. Is that correct? That was Chad's guy.
Oh.
I don't think so. I think Bubba and Bill from Jersey and I'm thinking, I don't know. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff, but I think as far as chatters go, I think it was Bubba, Permaseal, Borgo, and Gustav have been like the main contributors to MLC. Right. And I think Chad has been getting those dollars as well because Chad's been on MLC. So I think all those guys are pretty much MLC fans. And Chad's just getting like the drip from that.
The overflow.
Right. Like Cardiff gets from a penis. The drip, the overflow.
Yeah. Cardiff calls it the splashback, but yeah, same thinking. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The splashback. It's what hits the back of his throat. The splashback.
Hackamania.com, promo code COME. Sorry, Carl.
Bingo. No, you could do those plugs for Cardiff. If I say use a promo code, I would say use COME. I too would say so.
I too would use COME.
Well, when given a choice between WATP and COME, I think everybody's going to take COME every time.
Yeah, what's WATP? WATP promo code nerd. Shots fired, folks.
Okay.
Other than you've said his name a bunch of times, and Chad says his name every day. Who the fuck is Ken Mosca?
Exactly. So Ken Mosca wants to like try to act like he's this high roller, and he's making Chad say that the sponsor of the pedophile network. So Chad's like, well, Ken Mosca's my pal. Ken Mosca's just being a dick, and all he's doing is fucking with Chad's money. I'll be okay without Chad. Chad's quit Lee 3 or 4 times.
I'll be okay with Chad without Chad. He's quit 3 or 4 times. True, but also MLC was in a different place when those examples happened. So I don't know that it's going to work out the same way this time. I think actually Kevin will be the one crawling back to Chad at some point. I just have a feeling. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that's what we do here on BYB. We speculate all this bullshit.
We guess and make shit up.
Yeah.
And blatantly lie.
Yes.
No. Don't say that. Jesus. You're ruining our credibility live on air. How dare you?
If the super chatters give you enough money, you'll lie for whatever they want you to say.
Well,
Yeah.
We'll lie.
Yeah.
That's right. We've got
Quad-
integrity.
Quad is bought and paid for by the chat, so keep that in mind, everyone.
It's all good.
Yeah, I cannot confirm nor deny.
We love our chat.
Indeed. Does anyone know who this karmic? I mean, I've seen a couple clips, and I actually dug up a couple clips of this guy now that his name is out there, and he has some like tiny little channel that's got less than 100 views on every single one of his live streams. But today I seen him go live out of nowhere and checked it out, and he had like 40 viewers, so he did get the MLC bump out of nowhere. Never heard of him. Have you, Christian?
No, I didn't know who he was, and what I'll say to him is that he did the thing that he should have, which is kind of hang back and not try to edge his way in between Tukey and Cardiff. He's part of the conversation, but he realized like this is not my moment, and I guess he's already getting paid by KB, so he didn't have to worry about it. So he didn't contribute enough to the segment that I saw for me to say one way or the other. He might be great, he might be terrible, but he's really a non-factor in the portion. The portion that I saw is because I subscribe to patreon.com/Cardiff Electric. That's how I was able to see this. So Cardiff was giving this out to his patrons since KB likes to hide his content as soon as it's over.
Right.
Well, and did you notice that karmic, that chair of his is a fake leather? That son of a bitch.
I was going to say he's got a nice chair. He's got a nice microphone. He's got a nice microphone arm. But Jesus, what's with you got all that nice stuff, and then you got that wall in a fucking.
Does he have a green screen behind him that he's not using?
No, that just looks like a really fucked up plaster wall.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
he lives in a fucking mobile home.
You think that's what it is? It looked like plaster, but it could be just a seam from aluminum too. That's a good point.
That would actually make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Other people are saying that too. Okay. Well, all right. He lives in a trailer. There you go.
All right.
All right. I was gonna say, fucking nice mic, nice chair.
Right. That chair, I'm telling you right now, the goddamn chair is fake leather. That's a $299 recliner. That ain't shit.
He's got all the best equipment, and he's saving money on home ownership there.
That's right.
Hey, Quad, Z-Man here. I'm out of the KB business. Are you looking for a new second chair? We'll work for supers. I'll even let you come crush puss with me and Swartzen. Hit me up. Mudshark out.
crushing puss with him and Swartzen.
There you go.
I don't know if I want to hang out with those guys with their dongs out.
I
That
think
might
you
be
better
dangerous.
check for tuckage first before you crush any puss, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to go back to our theme from the beginning of this episode, is Nick Swartzen a guy who crushes puss, or perhaps is something else on the menu for him? I am not saying I know. I'm just asking the question.
I like boys.
And not that his actions don't speak pretty loud.
It gets crushed under a bar stool as he's knocking shit over guys.
I got hit in the face with a dick.
There was that amazing clip of Nick Swartzen. He was actually, I think he was in Colorado like a year or so ago, and he was like so high. He was just like, "All right, we're gonna do." And he just kept repeating himself, and eventually people just started leaving, and they gave them their money back. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, yeah. No, he absolutely was trying to claim that the high elevation affected him and he was on too much marijuana, but we all know he was drunk, and we all know he quit drinking after that incident happened. You know what I mean? And that is what Chad's like. Oh yeah, we go hang out on the road, and he doesn't want to drink or hang out or do anything. He's not any fun anymore. It's like, oh. Yeah, so he probably used to have you on his show mainly because you're an alcoholic and you guys could go party, but maybe that's cut into their looking for ladies or guys.
Chad Zumach is to Nick Swartzen what Gino Bisconti was to Anthony Cumio as far as the drinking goes.
That tracks.
Pain in the ass.
There you go.
So to call attention back to this clip where Kevin Brennan pretty much just said, yeah, that's an issue. Ken Mosca giving Chad $100 a month so that he will sponsor the Shuley Network and put it up on a screen and say, proud sponsor of, advertising for the Shuley Network, which really pisses Kevin off. And I think Mosca mainly just doing it to rub it in fucking Brennan's face. I'm sure KB does watch a little bit of Chad's show, enough to see that advertisement and get pissed off about it, or maybe just people sending him clips for, you know how the trolls are. They'll tag him in like, oh, look who's getting advertised on Chad's show. Oh, your buddy's working with the Shuleys. That's Jews, folks, in MLC speak. But yeah, so that is the basis of the issue where it starts. I think that's really just pissed Kevin off.
Chad's quit 3 or 4 times already. I'll manage, but where's Chad going to make up the money for? Is he going to have to do more gigs with Nick Swartzen? He doesn't control that. Nick Swartzen does. I used to open for that jerk off Louis C.K. And he was throwing me some pretty serious work until he started fucking some lady, and all of a sudden he kicked me off the fucking tour because I didn't have a fucking juicy snatch.
You ever watch him jerk off?
Did you ever watch him jerk off? Good one. See, and people say he's not funny. Cardiff is funny. Fuck everybody that says otherwise.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so. I hear people say that all the time, like, "Oh, Cardiff's not funny." Oh, it's like, dude, he's faster than most. That's a fact.
Fast. Yes, he is.
Yeah, when he comes on here, he's hilarious.
Oh, the last time he was on here, I was hurt and I was laughing so hard. He was good.
But yeah, so anyway, back to Chad out there with Nick Swartzen. He does claim that Nick Swartzen pays him very well, better than most people do. But yeah, I think it is funny. Nick Swartzen could quickly turn on Chad. It doesn't seem that's the case, but I guess if Nick Swartzen found a hot piece of ass that's hotter and younger than Chad, then he could have a new opener.
Sure.
I'm saying Chad's gay.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got that.
oh, I just wanted to make it really clear if I wasn't being clear.
No, Quad's saying that Chad has a juicy snatch, to borrow a phrase from KB.
Back snatch.
He sits on it, but it's still juicy.
He's got the back pussy. Indeed.
Got to throw a little lube on that thing.
on that thing. What do you fucking hawk to a girl now? Jesus, grab anybody.
Yeah.
You little pervert. Yeah, with that voice.
Would you?
Would you?
I'd fuck me.
Yeah. It puts
Bros
Yeah, I
before
don't care if he
hoes,
jerked off. We all jerk off. So jerk off in
No, but
front of
did
me,
he-
Louie. I don't care.
Did he ever force you to watch him?
Yeah, he cornered me in a bathroom one time in a green room.
Oh.
It's what you do what you got to do to pay the bills.
Respect.
He never invited you.
Good. Ken Mosca's trying to act like he's a big deal. Go fuck yourself, Ken Mosca. He's a piece of shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make Chad say that he supports the pedophile network. I mean, again, have at it. Yeah, Ken Mosca, yeah, save all your shekels and pay Chad what I pay him every year. Good luck, you fucking loser.
Yeah, so apparently we know that in the past, Ray DeVito, he had to put in his taxes and said that he made about $9,000, which was like his best year doing podcasting, and it was all from MLC. And then Chad came out and said that he made like $15,000 a year. Is that what is Chad in the same kind of situation that Ray is, where like 1/3 of his income?
100%. There ain't that many Nick Swartzen gigs every year, 4 or 5. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I agree that that is a sizable portion of his income. They were talking about it on WATP. You know, Chad ended up on Point Dabble Point once because this was when he went to John's house, and Chad was terrified. And I was actually on that episode with him, and
I remember.
I kept my business away from it because no one was tuned into that. But I just thought it was fascinating. But he's like, I gotta go, because the whole time it's like, oh my God, Kevin's gonna see this. And look, I mean, if that's the paying gig that he has, I'd be pissed if I were KB. If like, you're gonna go tell stories, tell it on the show that pays you.
Yeah.
Clip it, Bex, you fucking fat cunt.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember watching you and him being on there, and he was like, all right, I better go now before Kevin Brennan starts getting pissed off at me for being on here for too long. So he's like, well, I can't mix my company with you guys for too long. Kevin will get mad. I gotta go. Like, I better go now. So yeah, it was funny to see. He looked nervous the entire time he was there, out of sorts.
I was gonna start asking questions.
Whatever. Carl asked the questions. No big deal.
I'm just saying, he is a severely autistic kid. I was doing a gig for his autism foundation one year. His son was there. I was scared. The guy's gigantic.
Oh, no.
He's like that Gilgo Beach killer. They might do a Netflix thing on him. This guy is huge, and he was frothing at the mouth.
The kid?
Yes.
How old is he?
Potato, you
Yeah.
still don't like Shuli, right?
Yeah, fuck Shuli.
That's
Want me to
it.
expand? I don't know what you want me to say. I didn't plan a diatribe for today. I'm a little shook by you screaming about Ken Mosca's kid.
Just save your money, Ken Mosca.
You mean his
Ken
severely
Ken
retarded
Mosca's
kid?
trying to big dick the chat, and look, I got all this money. He don't. And if he does, he don't. But if he did, save it.
Okay, well, so the kid is a full-grown man, apparently. So I guess I feel less about. I hadn't watched it this far in, honestly. So yeah, I guess I feel less of a way about it now, knowing that at least the kid is full-grown adult. Apparently,
is he? Because Kibi never actually answered that question. He started to.
It's hard to tell, because you're right. He could be like, in middle school, like, he could still be a kid and just be really tall. Between throwing around the phrase R-word strength and then also comparing him to Andre the Giant, Tukey and the Potato were definitely encouraging him to badmouth Ken Mosca's severely autistic kid.
I mean,
or as Tukey put it, or like Tukey put it, severely retarded. He just threw it out there. I love that.
What if
Thank you, Tukey, for always keeping it real 100% of the time.
What if he's just a really chubby, tall 9-year-old? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
because KB doesn't give a shit. He's still gonna keep screaming the way he's screaming.
Okay, kill him.
It's never nice to make fun of the God's special children, as I call them. Never the R word, ever. I
just think it's disgusting the way the Mud Shark has shown no loyalty to you, boss, after all you've done for him. I mean, this makes what Ray DeVito did last year at Hackamania look like nothing. I mean, this is literally Chad teaming up with your arch enemy, the shitware. I mean,
and whatever. We don't need your answer, Kevin. So you can just keep your mouth open all you want, buddy. You're just gonna sit there like that. But we've seen the cracks, right? With Chad, he was offered to go on the Shuley Network. He was like, "Oh, what do you think about this, boss?" And then he had to back off on it because you could tell Kevin absolutely wasn't okay with it. And then he backtracked really quick on that one. He was like, "Oh yeah, I like totally. I don't have any problems with those guys, but I wouldn't go on there, boss." But the other one was Hackamania. Like he was offered. Melton offered Chad to come out to Hackamania. Same situation. Chad at first was like, "Oh yeah, like I would only go out there, but like as a joke, like that's how he threw it at Kevin." And Kevin was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go out there, huh?" Yeah, you could tell he wasn't fighting on that.
I was at the first Hackamania, and I wish that Ray DeVito had gone there as a joke, in that I wish he had brought some jokes with him. But he was there, and he was very nice to everyone. What I take away from this segment, as we're watching it again, I was remembering, and Cardiff even mentions it after Tukey pops off, is Rocco keeps calling KB boss. And that's a thing that I doubt he insists on it. I know that Stevie Lou calls him boss a lot. Does Chad call him boss? Or is it, I don't know who calls him boss.
No,
I only ever really
Chad does not.
Okay. I only ever really see KB in clip form because he hides his content. And I know Stevie Lou calls him boss, and it's fine. He's on the show. I mean, it's what he is. But so I thought it was great to hear Rocco pretty much every sentence boss. I thought was great.
Stroking his ego just enough to keep him on the show while destroying him like all the time.
How many times did you have to put a big smile and go, "Well, that's because you're the Duke, John"?
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
100%. Absolutely. Yes, sir. 100%. 100%. Absolutely. Which became my tagline there for a few months, according to Shuley. I almost feel like I invented that 100%. Like
you did.
It became a life of its own for just a moment in history. I like it though. I'll take it. All right, so moving on. He does do a little bit more bashing on the Shuley Network. I guess we can get his most deepest inner thoughts. What he thinks about the Shuley Network talk. Let's hit it.
I mean, Shuley again. They don't make money. They don't have money to pay Chad. Also, they're fucking creepy dudes. Like it's like not just ISO. Of course, he's pretty creepy.
Yeah, take ISO out of the equation.
Yeah, but even this single wide dude, he's like a weird dude. It's like their wives and shit. It's just a.
So now that we know what we know about Karmic X, he's sitting there in a single wide, while the goat there is talking about producer Joe and his wife, which live in a trailer park in Florida.
Talking about them as if they're living in fucking battle-scarred Ukraine.
Well, there are parts of Florida where I would prefer to live in Ukraine, but
worse than battle-scarred. Yeah, the Oblast part of Florida. Yes.
Ozone keeps his ear to the ground. Very good. Chad will make more money. Oh, okay. So what do you think? You think you could see fucking Chad going in there and taking over Bob Levy spot is like second mic. Is that what you envision in your mind? I don't really see that, dude. I don't think Chad has that much free time. Maybe he does.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Chad seems to have a lot of free time, but I think if they gave Chad a show on the Shuli Network, whatever, if Kumi's Cox or TM Zumach, just for argument's sake, moved over there, he probably would make some money because he'd be hosting a show. But if he just comes on, I don't think he'd make as much money as Kevin gives him, unless he's on like every show, But I don't know why they would add Chad to every show when they already have like 4 guys with like a fifth they rotate in and out.
It's 3, isn't it? It's just Zenhauser,
Mike Morris, Shuli. Oh yeah, I guess in my mind, Bob Levy was still there. You're right. It is really just those guys now. Yeah.
And yeah, but Morrison, whatever. Zenhauser's got a few zingers with that Z. Let's keep the Z going there. But yeah, like Morse, whatever. Everybody could have their own thoughts, but Morse sucks. He's absolute just garbage, not funny. My opinion. But Ozone, if you guys don't realize that Kevin Brennan was in on the joke and knew they were there to bury Chad, you are idiots. We weren't saying that we didn't know he was there to bury Chad. We're saying that he was like burying Kevin to his face, and I don't know that Kevin knew that. But we definitely caught on to the burying Chad part. But burying the Shuli Network, Chad, and Ken Mosca, the kid, there was a lot of things getting buried, Ozone. But I agree. I agree to some extent.
Cardiff and Rocco didn't go on even thinking about Ken Mosca. They were there to 1, shit on Chad, 2, clown KB, and I think that they were there under the pretense that they would talk about Shuli. But at one point, I think they both even say that they don't have any problem with Shuli. Rocco says he just doesn't think he's funny. He's like, he's always been a nice guy to me. I just don't think he's funny, So I don't think it was the level of what KB was looking for.
Yeah, and I get that too, man, because I was on Stuttering John show and I really leaned into Shuli because Shuli was being a super prick about me. And once I started hearing that like on a daily basis, it was like, screw this guy. But I don't really ever think I went after Carl that much, except for called him like club, whatever, the normal stuff.
Well, he's club-footed. He's got those teeth.
He's a nerd. He's a dork. Yeah. He's a geek. He's got an old wife. He plays the mandolin, et cetera, et cetera. So I kept
naps. Just the amount of naps that guy takes. I have so much trouble getting a hold of him in the afternoon because it comes up that he's napping.
And I try to keep it pretty much what I respect Carl. Whatever I think otherwise of the talent or whatever, but I didn't really go hard at Carl necessarily, whereas I did on Shuli. I just
obviously I have a show on Carl's network, but anyone who's able to quit their real job and do this nonsense and actually make a living at it. Shuli didn't go back to the Howard Stern show because they wanted to hire him part-time. I think he makes some degree of a living. KB does make the point. He's got a lot of people to pay. So I'm not quite sure how it works, but anybody who can quit a real job so that they can live stream and podcast, I'm jealous of because I still have to do some side hustle like work, which I'll promote before I leave.
Yes, absolutely. And we will allow you to. Maybe. It depends on how things go.
Let's see how the rest of the show goes, Quad.
Yeah,
that's a great point. Yep.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
Weird place to want to be loyal to for Chad to be like, I got to be loyal to this group of pedophiles over here. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm done trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. It's like trying to figure out Ray DeVito.
Oh,
where you just go like, I gotta wash my hands to stick it to me I would say to Kamaska, stay in your fucking lane. All you're doing is fucking.
Can you pause this for a second, Quad?
Into the show.
Of course, that's what we're
because this doesn't relate to what they're talking about, but Kevin's usually pretty good about this. He doesn't do it the way Opie does and put an embarrassing chat and leave it up there. But Beloved Chatter says, admit you like Neil more than Shuli or Chad, which is such a funny super chat. You really got your bang for the $1.99 that you spent there, Beloved Chatter. So I didn't want to talk over the important stuff, but I wanted to call out that that's a great super chat.
That is a good one.
No, we here at BYB, we respect the Beloved Chatter, the best chatter of 2024. The Hackverse Awards, indeed, he's well deserved. He's a wordsmith and with a comedy lean for sure. Yeah, Beloved Chatter is always on point. I don't think I've ever seen a super chat or anything that he has said that didn't make sense or wasn't like super clear and funny. So he talk about 100%. This guy is 100%. 100.
So people are like, oh, you shouldn't talk about it. I'm talking about Ken Mosca. He made himself a part of the show. So now we're here. Now I just convinced myself that I'm right. Ken Mosca made himself.
So yeah, so if you stop super chatting Kevin and then you start advertising on Chad's show to be at the like advertising sponsorship level, then you make yourself a target for MLC to go after. It's that simple, folks. You just pretty much heard what he was getting at there. You become a target as just I don't know, like he's not really part of the Dabbleverse, Mosca. He sends in some super chats, but somehow that makes him a target. It's very bizarre.
I've seen KB talking about him twice. We've been talking about him for a lot of the last hour. I still don't know who he is. So
I think didn't him and Chad have a show together that was on Mondays?
No, that was Mazur. That's the Tony Mazur guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that show was unwatchable. And the views proved it as well. So there you go. All right. And I did want to show people, we were talking, like Chad obviously makes tons of money. Here's a good example of it. Yeah, I mean, when you're making a killing as a comedian, then after every show, you just go out in the lobby and stand there for hours trying to sell your merch, right? And let people know who you are. Is that Christian? I had this guy, Jimmy Kirk. He's like an open micer. He was at an open mic event. Which is the only time that he ever met Chad Zumach. Chad Zumach at an open mic event that apparently he was paid $50 to do.
Yeah.
After the open mic, it was pretty much just the open micers and maybe a few friends that were there. He set up his merch after the event.
Wow.
Okay, you know what's even worse? Here he is at an open mic, being an open micer at an open mic event, selling merchandise. That's from like the Dabbleverse. Look, it says we're doing it. I mean, those people that are there ain't gonna know what the fuck that is.
Those two young ladies standing by his table are just probably thinking, "What is this guy like? Is he in porn? What is his deal?"
What do you think that they're less impressed by? Chad's shitty t-shirts or Chad's shitty act? It's hard to tell, but the look on their face, it's like he might as well not be standing there.
Yeah. I don't think they can see him, actually.
They're laughing at him right now. They are straight up laughing at the boy.
Oh, okay. Do you think that girl laughed? And one of them said, that guy's gay, but he won't stop staring at us. Something like that.
So hot. We even attract fags.
I asked him for a free t-shirt. He said no.
Look at this little dwarf guy. He thinks he's cool. That's hilarious. All right, we're just being downright mean at this point, but that's what we do here. That's what we love doing at BYB. It is fun. Actually, so you just brought up the fact that he said we're doing it. Now you're forcing me to go search on his YouTube channel the fact that he does say we're doing it in his live set. He just put out a short today, as a matter of fact, where he brought that up. What we have to show that, right? Let me look it up. It's hilarious that he actually says that whilst all right, shorts, whilst doing like crowd work. Yeah. Here we go.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
All right, I found it fairly quick. There we go. Sorry for the delay. So it's called I Grew Up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. That's the best response that's ever gone.
What's the shirt he's wearing, by the way? Is that a
we're doing it? By the way, his mic is so shitty that regardless of what's about to follow, he should not have posted this clip. Wait for another night where you have a better recording. You're patched into the soundboard where the mic goes into. Just anything. This sounds terrible.
No. What you don't understand about Chad Zumach is he's putting up his highlight reel. So he's actually, I think that they're so far and few between that when he actually nails someone in the crowd, he has to put it up. It's mandatory that he puts something this good up on his show.
Jesus Christ. And is that a members only jacket with camouflage pants? What in the fuck has he got going on?
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid members only starter jacket.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a training bra.
Adidas. It's an Adidas starter members only jacket. Somewhere between all of
G.I.
those
Jane.
Exactly. Like a training bra.
Yeah. I mean, he does look like a lesbian. Let's be honest.
What part? Oh, I didn't realize you had Tourette's. Yeah. Oh, Brexville. I had 2 ex-girlfriends from there. Brexville bees. Fuck them. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
He really sucked.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess he doesn't say we're doing it in there.
With everybody talking about on Twitter and Reddit. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
All right, I don't know where I saw that. It definitely was one of his shorts. I thought it was his most recent one. But anyway, that's a good little look at his comedy. So if you're wondering what his comedy is like, and I keep hearing all these people like say how good he is in person. I think they're just trying to be nice because they're meeting him in person. You know what I mean? It's that kind of a situation.
I mean, I guess, but who needs to be nice? If you see him, I don't know. I mean, look, you hear the audio of Stuttering John doing shows in the last couple of months. People are laughing, not the whole time, but he does get some laughs. So I guess if you're liquored up in a comedy club and you're there because you want to laugh, sure. I imagine that Chad's been at it long enough that he's like, okay, this joke has gotten a laugh before, so I'm just gonna tell it again, and that works.
No, so like he said something about like Breckenridge. I had a couple girls that a couple ex-girlfriends that went to high school in Breckenridge or whatever. He said it real quickly. He's like, "Go Bees" or whatever. I have heard him make that reference before. So it sounds like a canned response for sure. But I think a lot of crowd work from like any comedian is pretty much like learned. He's been a comedian for long enough to like have a response to almost anything that someone in the crowd says to you.
That Margaret Thatcher's got some fucked up hair, huh?
Yeah, she was a real iron lady, right, guys? Huh?
I had 2 ex-girlfriends from Brexville, but I told them both they should kill themselves, allegedly.
Okay, so Nick in Fort Wayne, I do remember exactly where that clip was. It is the Tukey. He did put the footage that he took of Chad Zumach when he went and saw him in Colorado. But that is behind a membership paywall. So if you guys are members of Tukey, go watch the clip that he put up of Chad in Colorado. He says that tagline in there. That's where I heard it. And it's not a very long clip, but I'm not going to play Tukey's membership only stuff. So there you go. But yeah, if you are a member of Tukey, go look at it. It's actually hilarious. No, Detroit, everyone, you keep Breckenridge out your motherfucking mouth. Go Bears, Detroit, as she's one of the ladies from Fargo. Believe it or not, she was in that movie. Go Bears, yeah. The little one had the little one was uncircumcised, I think. The funny looking one, yeah. The funny looking one was uncircumcised. Yes, thank you, Black Cass. Are you defending me against? Yeah.
Well, because some people are saying your audio sounds bad, and I don't know. I mean,
Peter Sky Parker has a very sensitive ear.
Oh, okay.
No, he's here to chip me. That's all he's ever here to do. I love it though.
You think?
I think he keeps yelling at me because I'm leaning into the mic. All right, I'll back off. All right. Sorry. I'm trying to be comfortable. Also, it has not everything to do with just the fact. Yeah, I'll give you a Ray DeVito response. How's that? It's not. Yeah, you guys know.
Yeah.
I lean forward a lot because it helps my back, but I forget I put my mouth right up against the mic and say it, which probably doesn't sound good. So sorry, Peter Sky Parker, if I do limit out a couple times.
It's a lazy mouth.
It's a what?
Lazy mouth. It's like the lazy eye.
My mouth is lazy now? Damn.
Careful. Don't get crazy.
Well, I don't want to piss Peter Sky Parker off. That's all I'm going to say.
No.
All right, moving forward to the next portion, which is, of course, not the MLC portion, but Chad Zumach's response. Because that MLC was from yesterday. And, of course, Chad had all night to think on it. And instead of coming out and trying to kiss and make up with KB, he did this instead. But before we get into the meat of what he had to say to Kevin Brennan, I actually have a little bit of a clip, which I thought was hilarious. So we showed his merch. And speaking of Ray DeVito, I'm going to show you something a little Ray DeVito-esque. And I think you'll appreciate it. So this is the beginning of Chad Zumach's stream. Let's watch.
Glasses, $100 sponsors, Mark Lewis rookie card. We're doing it sticker. TM Zumach sticker. We're doing it shirt. Autographed Bill Allen rad. I'll put that right here. Oh, you can't even see it. I put more stuff on the wall, but you can't really see it. Everything's here. Love Until Forever, check. Z-Man, Z thing.
One of my most cherished fans.
Got everything I need in front of me. Everything I need to do a successful show is in front of me. Roadcaster. It's all here. What am I waiting for? Do a show. Do a show.
Okay, so anyway, we got toys, we've got stickers, we've got merch. It's show and tell. It literally is show and tell to start off his show. Like, look at all the stuff I've got sitting next to me. Isn't that amazing? Like, I got cool stuff, dude.
I have stuff.
Oh. Like, you guys suck at this, but like, I have things to show you, and like, you have no idea, dude.
Yeah. You're probably sitting there with a blank desk. I have things.
I've got things sitting here, dude.
You probably don't even have a camera.
Mark Lewis is the legend, right? That's why he has the Mark Lewis. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I picked up on that because there's also a record producer named Mark Lewis, but I thought I remembered, so just making sure.
Yeah, if you Google Mark Lewis, there's a lot of people come up. Believe it or not, that's a common name. But yeah, there's a bunch of famous ones. I mean, not just yeah. He actually might be the most famous one. I'm not sure though.
God damn it, Matt. God damn it, Matt.
Damn it, Matt, you know better.
You
does he?
Dirty apes.
Where's Matt been? Does anybody know where Matt's been? What happened to Matt? She's down to Johnny Crutches. Oh no, what happened to the show? Streamlabs, PayPal, KikiBot.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. I don't start doing my...
All right. Hit the like button, guys. We're going to...
Yeah, so you go from showing off all the stuff on your desk and you jump right into like, God damn it, Matt, and fucking PayPal, Venmo. Like, his stream is a one of a kind, man. It is bizarre. It's all over the place, and he's just looking for like any way to make it last 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. Like he's stretching. Okay, so you know what stretching is all about in radio, Christian. Like, do you probably really recognize when people are desperate for like content or like thoughts or anything?
No, I mean, you have a schedule, and a lot of times you expect a guest to be on the phone when you come back from break, and then they're not there. So you could do what Greg Opie Hughes does, which is just go to the phones and you let the callers decide on it. But yeah, if you try
Snowy in Michigan.
Snowy, yeah.
You there?
So,
hey, Snowy.
And yeah, but it's like I do it myself on Who Are These Broadcasters while I'm looking for a clip. And my co-host Eric Zane will call me out because I'm like, I start talking slower. And if I say like, hey, EZ, what's the chat saying? It's basically like potting up Snowy from Michigan. Yeah. So yeah, look, sometimes everybody needs to do it. Just some people are better at it than others. I give myself probably like a C- at it. I'm slightly below average, but you know, some people are great at it. Some people you don't even realize that they're filling. You know,
exactly. Yeah, you always realize when I'm doing it. It's 100% of the time, 100%. But that's thank you for the tip. From now on, that'll be the new thing. Hey, Honk Yingwi, what's going on in the chat there? What are people saying? What are people
Peter
saying?
Sky Parker saying he believes you. Back to you.
Sky Parker saying your fucking audio is shit, Quad. You suck.
Quad, let's talk about changing your levels a little bit to see if we can make Peter Sky Parker happy.
Can you quit leaning into the mic? Yeah.
I'm just excited that there's a celebrity of the caliber of Teddy Ruxpin in the chat. That's pretty great.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a little hard over time, but he's still a
big fan. Big fan as a child, as a very small child, I think.
He's got a lot of stories about his time at Nickelodeon, which is always interesting.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Feet pics, lots of feet pics.
A lot of feet pics. Yeah.
We'll be getting into that on Friday, folks. No, we'll leave it light and playful and fun. Hopefully, we're gonna have.
Likes it.
No, I just to let everyone know, if you come back on Friday, we're very much hoping to have Will Heron on Friday, maybe, or Monday. I did reach out and ask him. I know he's been getting trashed by the toe, so we'll see what we can pull. We always like to have that guy on when Toe trashes him, so we'll keep up the record that we have with him. Anyway, moving along.
Address the elephant in the room shortly.
Yeah, we'll do that shortly. What's the elephant in the room? That tiny little guy? Wow, that guy.
Shortly.
Pinky.
First, let me get comfortable. Okay? Let me just fit into these nice pair of pajamas right now and just feel good.
It's gross.
I had awful sleep last night. Terrible sleep. So I'm a little cranky today.
I'm a little cranky. I wonder if anyone can figure out why that might be, huh?
He was getting.
Because he's wearing the same jacket that he fucking wore at the comedy show just a minute ago.
Yeah, we all have one jacket. We're men.
Is it because he's wearing the single worst hat on the face of the earth, an upside down Cleveland? That
is it because that there's a weird doing it sign in the back up top there, Quad? Could that be it?
It's possible.
Okay.
Or it could be that his daddy just don't love him no more. Just like the first daddy that left him after they ran over the kid. Same situation, kind of.
It's a hard knock life.
Sorry.
Below the bell after the
Too
round.
soon? Too soon. All right.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
All right. Edit that pot out. I will. I promise.
Today, guys, I don't know if the Mud Shark's going to be bringing it. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to do my best.
He won't bring it. There's no way.
That's how.
No, he doesn't even know where it is.
But did you hear the way he said that? It's so bad. Yeah, will I be bringing it? He asks you the question, but he answers it himself.
Terrible sleep. So I'm a little cranky today, guys. I don't know if the Mud Shark's going to be bringing it. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to do my best.
I love that. That's the best way to phrase that ever. I don't know if I'm going to bring it. I'm going to be bringing it. I'm going to do my best. That's good.
Talk about an inner turmoil and struggle. Holy shit.
Right, he's not just having issues with Daddy Brennan, but just his inner monologue. Even he's having a hard
This
time.
is one of those moments where you need the narrator that just says,
yes.
"Spoiler alert: He didn't bring it."
A few moments later.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Where was it? He forgot.
And the bringing never got brought.
That's happening for sure. I ain't gonna fuck it up.
Oops. Excuse me.
Open up your tabs, accept gifted memberships. I pinned it to the very top of the comment section. It's very easy to do. And if you're feeling generous tonight, if you're feeling good, go ahead and accept gifted memberships and gift memberships. It's the best way to support the channel. Now, listen, I know the people that count the money. It doesn't show up on Playboard, and I know Dan likes to count money, everyone's money, and he doesn't make money, he doesn't get views, but that's his thing. And who cares, honestly? But that's the best way to support the channel. I think so. Memberships is what keeps this thing going. You can
as you heard there, he is very sensitive. Shout out to my boy Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid, who has got Chad in his feelings so badly about the money thing that he even had to reference old Dan about memberships versus super chat money, because he's so hurt that Playboard doesn't keep track of the membership money. Because Dan's been keeping track of Chad's money, but it doesn't include those numbers. So Chad has to mention that this guy that no one in the chat knows about is keeping track of his money, and that it's a real big issue for Chad. So much so that he had to bring it up on the show. Do you watch any other shows that bring up that fact? I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain about that before. Like
complain about the super chat. I'm sorry, go ahead, Yingwi.
No, Chad likes to break the fourth wall. That's he's just making it real.
I mean, I don't understand, these guys who talk so much about the money. I mean, KB and some portion of what I watched with Rocco and Cardiff is talking about like where his numbers are at versus where Shuli's numbers are. And I mean, how old is KB? He's in his 60s, right? It's like,
yeah,
he's 63. Yeah. So what's the big deal? I mean, I don't make the kind of money that KB does. I'm on a channel that does, but my show doesn't. I know what I make, but I don't ask Carl, hey, can you break down how much of my $160 comes from super chats and how much of it's from gifted memberships, and what about super tips? I don't know. I guess if I made $9,000 in a month, then I'd want to make sure that people knew. But who cares? Just do a fucking show. All of them should do shows. And when he does TM Zumach, he actually seems to be following some kind of format. But not enough people can pull off the just talk to the super chat shows. But even Chad does it better than Opie, though. So I guess Chad's not even the worst at it.
No, yeah, by far. Yeah, Opie is. He's got the weirdest time of day to be going live. He sets it off with that and doesn't get better from there.
I don't want to talk about Anthony. And he goes,
but here's my opinion about Anthony. For the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, a free chat comes up, and then he ends up talking about Anthony
for 10 minutes. Yeah, exactly. I did hear that it's a valid point, criticism. I don't know how you want to phrase it, but I did see. So they were arguing back and forth. This is Kevin Brennan in the Shuley Network because they're always talking about numbers. But I did see Shuley did make that point that like Kevin is 42 on the Playboard chart on YouTube, like number one super chatters, that type of thing. And then Shuli was like number 36. And Kevin's point was like, yeah, but I have one person that works here. You guys have to split it like 5 ways, which is valid. But Shuli did make that point. And he's like, yeah, but they don't keep track of memberships. And Shuli does get a fuckload of gifted memberships. I do see that. I don't think I haven't paid for a membership for the Shuli Network in maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's been a long time. I've had a membership this entire time.
Yeah, if I just hang out, eventually I will get a chat. I will get a gifted membership, and that's kind of why I've got an MLC gifted membership, but then you can't even watch the shows. You can only participate in the members only chat. But I leave all my gifted memberships on. And then embarrassingly, earlier today, I was gifted a Who Are These Podcasts membership. And I was like, oh, that was kind of wasted. I didn't need that. But thank you. I appreciated it. But so, yeah, Shuli does get a lot of gifted memberships. I guess that's where the questions come in. Are they real? But I mean, I've received them. So somebody paid for them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Kim and Josh and Kim Johnson. They paid for it.
The old Johnson family.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, I'm not going to say I love the Johnsons because that would sound gay. Dang Lizard, €2. Thank you, sir. Will Chad call Coach
Scott
to talk Velveeta? Very good.
No, that crazy lollipop. What do you mean?
Well, he called Coach Scott, who's Steel Toes coach, and they just had like what apparently I heard somebody else talking about it, and I actually forget who it was, talking about how they had a lovely conversation, and Coach Scott said, okay, call again anytime. It was nice talking to you. And the whole point was Chad was calling him to prank him, because we all remember all the great Crank Yankers and Jerky Boy sketches that end with them saying like, oh, great to talk to you. Yeah, go ahead and give us a call anytime.
Right.
No, point of order. He talked to him for about 10 minutes and it was very quaint. He did not troll him whatsoever. And we do have that in the, I don't know if we'll have time to get to that one.
Coach Scott seems like a really nice guy. You know, he did a video with Aaron a few months ago and it was like, whatever you want me to say, Aaron, sure. He didn't know what it was all about, but it was just like, oh, hey, Aaron. It's just like, yeah, he seems like a great guy. Like the guy you'd expect to be a coach at a boxing gym in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Bingo. Yeah. That's how I see it too. And I think he's being put up to a bunch of these shenanigans. But then again, you listen to the clip he said today, which we'll show. It kind of sounds like he may have been in on all that stuff. I'm not sure to what degree, but we'll talk about it. We'll discuss amongst yourselves. But yeah, so the main program, the main deal. Here we go. We're going to get to the meat of the nut right here. And this is the shots fired back at Kevin Brennan from old Mud Sharky himself. So let's hear it.
We're doing it. Thanks, Doom, for the clips. We're doing it.
And this is like a 15-minute clip. I would say the first 10 minutes of it is I love when I go clip a show because I don't know if someone's going to do it for me. So I literally recorded the damn thing, sent it to my Discord, Google Drive, uploaded it, and then almost within a fucking minute, it said, Doom, new clip. It was like, why do I got to go do all the work? And then he did it for me anyway. So couldn't you have worked a little faster, Doom, you son of a bitch? Lady Doom, that is.
And I don't know if Doom's here. The turn. Add yourself to Kumia's Cucks intro fraud. Now, why? Let me ask you why. Why would I add myself to the intro of Kumia's Cucks? I'm curious. I really want to know why. Why would I do that? I don't like these people. They're all Kumia ball washers. I'm not one of them. I think Anthony Cumia is a piece of shit. So why would...
Are you a Cumia ball washer, Christian?
No, I think he's very funny. It's interesting because, like, you know, you say that you like somebody and you think you're funny, but There is no one on earth whose balls I would wash, including my own, by the way. But yeah, it's like if you go on and you just say like, oh yeah, Kumi is funny. I mean, Opie and Anthony, Anthony's the funny one, and he and Jim Norton made that show great. And you can say all those things, but I don't think that makes you a ball washer. Anthony, I follow on Twitter, and there are a lot of things that I was like, oh, that's a really terrible thing that I've seen now. And but he's very funny. I met him once. He was very nice. And, I think that you can think that he's funny, but also not be a ball washer.
Do you like me, Christian?
Yes, but
Duly
don't ask
noted.
me. Do not ask me to watch my balls.
No,
I will not.
Oh, come on, man.
Jesus washed
Would I put
people's
myself
feet. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
The next step is washing balls.
Right.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Dang Lizard says so. The Black Cast is clearly another Kumia ball washer. Yes, that's exactly what I just did.
Clearly,
I'm trying to get a 77 WABC job out of all this.
And you're halfway there, pal.
Even though I live 3,000 miles away.
Hasn't he heard of satellite?
You can work from home, right? They got these remote jobs nowadays.
I don't know if you heard. Nobody's allowed to work remote anymore.
You
Everybody
could
has to go
broadcast from a cave these days. It's easy.
And Kumia does that show from South Carolina most of the time.
Osama bin Laden could do a podcast.
Broadcast from a bunker in an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
From the intro, I have no respect for Carl. I think he's a no talent. I think Steel Toe's a clown.
At least a little bit of talent.
Mayor's,
Come on, Chad.
Minimal.
You have to at least admit that Carl has some talent.
We can't work in these absolutes, right?
Yeah. Carl's able to overcome just how unlikable he is by
in his club feet.
He puts out a good show.
He overcame his club feet. He overcame having a mom wife. He's overcome so many things in his life.
That narcolepsy, he's gotten over that. He just takes naps.
Being part of the isotopes, he's got. All right, I'll stop. That's bad.
Remember, we just called them the topes now. We have to take the ISO out of that. That's the point that Chucky was making, because we don't want to be associated with the ISO. So they're just the topes now. So keep that in mind.
Damn, I had never considered.
I'm stealing Tuki's bit. That's his thing. So
they're They're the topes. They're ISO free. That's good. 100% less ISO.
100%.
Absolutely.
And Iraq's a fucking shady, backstabbing radio cunt. So why would I put myself in? I'm curious. Why would I put myself in the intro? I really want to know. Is it because I don't shit on the Shuli network and Shuli? Is that why? Is that where we're going? Why? Because KB hates them? Kevin Brennan hates them. Well, newsflash, Kevin Brennan hates everyone. Literally everyone. Across the board. At one point.
That's all very true. Yeah, we actually can agree with that on the chat. We can agree with that. Christian, as a broadcaster yourself, does his microphone clicking, scratching, whatever, it's got some glitchy shit going on, does that drive you insane like it drives me insane? And I have shitty audio.
No, but not like Chad's. Yeah, it's the mic itself is what's scratchy. Sometimes when you have the wired headphones, they'll hit against your mic. But I think that it is actually a glitch. He probably needs a new wire, which I was about to hold up my wire, and then I realized that I don't want this to get clipped because I hold up my wire and then I pull out my microphone and then my audio is shitty. So you'll just have to trust me that I have a wire.
Fair point. Okay. So also, Peter Sky Parker, why does Chad insist on using those headphones?
It's a great question.
Also, Peter Sky Parker was banned. We were both in his chat just for the couple minutes that we were hanging out in there this morning or afternoon. But yeah, Peter Sky Parker was making fun of his audio issues like he does here every day, like 500 times. And it's funny, and we let it go. I take it 0% serious. not 100% unserious, 100%. But yeah, Chad got so fucking pissed off about the audio thing, he ended up banning him from his chat. He was like, "Don't ever bring it up again. If you do, I'm banning you." And then Peter Sky Parker, why is your audio such shit? And gone. It was like, all right, that was pretty funny. So cheers to Peter Sky Parker, who he called out for a bunch of other stuff too, like being a piece of shit in person. You're not that good looking. I've seen you. You're weird. You're awkward. It was like, huh?
What? He was checking out Peter Sky Parker, like he was sizing him up and just
he's like, "You're a weird dude, Peter Sky Parker. You're a weird dude." He kept saying that over and over. It was like, what? Yeah, and you don't want to fuck him. Got it. Okay, noted. Apparently.
Point. When do you stop hating everyone? I can't be compromised, guys.
63-year-olds usually change course in life, like stop hating people. That's normal, right?
Yeah, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach an old washed-up comedian.
Exactly. Classic Chad. I love it.
Say what you will about Kevin Brennan and me or whatever, dude. You look like a clown, Brennan, having the potato and the puppet on and talking shit on me. Guess who's never gotten the link? I'm not having the puppet on here. It's not happening. When I was in the depths of alcoholism, yeah, I had the potato on because I had nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. But he's a fucking creep. And he's not funny.
As opposed to right now when he's got his whole show format figured out and he's never at a loss for what to talk about. He said, I would never give the potato the link except for when I was drunk, which does remind me of like the live streams where he'd fall asleep or whatever. That was Chad at his best. That I couldn't look away from.
Agreed. No, I don't really like to watch Chad that much anymore. But yeah, when he was at his worst, I enjoyed it the best. Absolutely.
Claude, no one does. No one likes to watch Chad.
No, but that 400 people, he did actually have like his best audience today because everyone knew he was going to be shooting shots or whatever. They were there to see it at least. So 400 is pretty good. Live viewers.
I'm not going to lie. I'll take 400 for these broadcasters any day. That's fine.
Fucking A, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, he had a lot to say there. Tukey and Cardiff being unfunny and what was he saying about them being on MLC? Like, why would you ever have those guys on your show? They suck. Like, it's such basic bitch shit. We've already talked about that. Obviously, we're big fans, and we know they elevate every.
They're funnier than most of us who do this, you know, and they're better guests than most of us who are guests on shows. Not selling out the other guys in the rectangles. I'm talking about myself. You know, I would rather watch a show with one of those guys than with me. So I understand. Of course,
Agreed.
Kevin would have them on. You know,
agreed. But yeah, he said, why would you have those guys on to shit on me? Like, I think that was incidental, as a matter of fact. I think that he just happened to have them on a day when he was ready to shoot shots at Chad. I really do just think it was a coincidence myself. But did you guys feel that way? Christian, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I know that they'd been trying to get on with Opie the last couple weeks. So maybe KB reached out to them and said, hey, do you guys want to come on and talk about Shuli? I thought they were on because of the Chad thing. I don't think I realized the backstory, but I don't know what the other guys think. If they think that those two would have been on yesterday, even if the Chad thing didn't happen.
Yingwi, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm starting. I don't know what's coincidental.
What's real anymore?
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm starting to fall in line with these people that think everything's a work. It's just I was so convinced that when Bob left the show, left Shuli Network, that he'd be back after 3 weeks, and that's the one thing I said. Okay, this is probably a work, and now here it is. Whatever, it's been 6 months later, and he's still gone. But I don't know. I can't figure out what's real, what isn't anymore. So
yeah, that is kind of a problem in the Dabbleverse too. Like it's hard to tell. Like I've had nights where I was like, oh, every single one of these big players is in on something together. Like I'm like, oh, Carl, KB, Shuley, all of them are working together behind the scenes and talking to each other. Like I've had those thoughts and been like convinced that that's the deal. But and there's other times it's like they all hate each other. So I'm somewhere in between on a daily basis.
There's been a lot of talk about that in this chat tonight about, one of the people said guaranteed Chad will be on the Shuley network by the end of the week. So people are pretty convinced. Some people are convinced that everything's a work, and other people are not there yet. But I just don't know what to think. I don't watch the shows closely enough, so I don't know what the fuck is going on half the time. But who knows?
Dechwa is correct. Half of you dicks haven't hit like. What's your point? Come on, hit the like button, you cowards. That's right. Hit that like button.
Thanks, Dechwa.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely Dechwa.
Yeah, I agree that Chad will end up on with Shuley, but I also agree with the people in the chat are saying that within a few months, and I don't think it'll take that long, but within a few months he'll be back on with KB. It's all cyclical. There's only so many people that can do these shows. So at some point, KB and Chad will be fine.
With how cyclical it is, it almost comes across as fake, though, doesn't it?
Sure
It's
does.
fair, yeah.
And that's also what makes everybody, I think, thinks things are work, because it does seem fake.
Well, I'm not faking it. I think Chad's a hack, and that's not an act.
Tracy's right. Hit the like button, but also everybody answer the poll question. We're going to wrap that up here shortly. So,
refuse to click on anything of his. But you, on the other hand, send him the link. Send him the link. You stand for nothing, dude. Your show sucks. MLC sucks, period. I said it. I was there out of loyalty. I knew a lot of my audience came from that. You understand? I understand. I built this. I'm unlike Ray DeVito, who thinks he's just fucking some comedic god because he has a couple ball washers around him telling him what to do. I know where it comes from. But the show is not good anymore. It's just not.
Yeah, here's another one of his hot takes, right? His show is not good. That's it. It's every fucking time he has an opinion. It's not good or it's good. Those are his two takes. Not good, good.
What more is there when you think about it? If you're looking at it from a philosophical point of view,
well, you can break anything down. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, there's a lot. You could break someone down piece by piece and really parse it out. And be like, he's good at this, but he's not good at that. He's a great broadcaster. He's got a great voice, but he's not very funny. Like you can break stuff down individually, but if you're just going to be like, you're good, you're bad, that's it.
Well, I apologize for minimalizing it. All right, so
his inability, minimalizing the inabilities of Chad Zumock.
He should maximize his inabilities.
He's doing that on his own just fine.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. That is fair. That is fair.
Watching videos isn't entertaining. And you're going to come after me and you're going to go after Ken Moska's autistic kid? You're a piece of shit, dude. Period. Garbage, man. I'm not going to take your garbage anymore. Your bullshit. Kevin, fuck you. You know why the shows that have been good is because of me. You know why you got guests on? They're doing me favors. TJ Miller, Jeff Dye, doing me favor. Me, Chad Zumock, not you. They don't want to come on, Sam Tripoli. So,
well, I was just I actually agree with everything you just said. Kevin Brennan has started slipping. He does just go live and watch clips and not say anything for 10 minutes at a time. He will eat. He'll hit the live button and be eating instantly. And everything he said about the guests, those are his best guests in the last year, pretty much have been all the big names that Chad has got him. I cannot. Can you guys, Christian?
No, I would believe, Chad, that those sound like guys that he would have brought. And I don't think that KB could could get any of them. We played a clip on who are these broadcasters this week from Shane and Matt's Secret Show. They had Dave Chappelle on. Chappelle likes telling a story about how funny KB used to be, and then he talks about what happened to him. So Chappelle, everybody knows KB, but they're like, yeah, I don't want to do his show though. So I could see TJ Miller. He's a pretty weird dude, actually. I've heard, if you hear him interviewed, but I could see him doing a favor for Chad. But if I remember correctly, that interview didn't actually go very well. The TJ Miller interview. But
I mean, he was like a hostile guest, but it was fun because he knew that Kevin was a dickhead, so he just came in there giving it to Kevin immediately. So actually, it was really good in my opinion, and he is kind of a weird dude. Nice podcast, stupid. You could have saved your $2 because Chad's about to say that, and we did indeed. We're gonna play it. So, but thank you very much for the $2. Chad was getting Jamie Kennedy, the Jamie Kennedy, indeed, sir. Thank you for the $2, Dan, who can't stop counting people's money. You're such a jerk, Dan. You know what? You're not good.
Not good.
Take that, dude.
You're not good at this.
So have fun, dude. Have a good time with your shitty show watching Anthony Cumia and eating crackers and getting drunk at night.
Do you guys okay, that's actually what I was going to ask too. Do you guys think he's a little buzzed up on this one? Like, do you think he took a shot or two for courage?
No, he don't ever need no shot for courage. He talks stupid whenever he feels like it. He ain't slurring either. You can really tell when he's drunk. I'm not sensing it. I could be wrong.
That's why I said a shot, not like I didn't say like drink half a bottle and got plastered. I just I just knowing him, he is he's close to the edge at all times. I believe that's the case. As most alcoholics really are. I mean, they're always hanging on by a thread. He is one of those people.
I don't think he needed anything like that. I think he was all hyped up to talk about KB.
Because he didn't sleep all night, like he said. I couldn't sleep.
Have fun with, what's his name? Dave Sierra, or whatever the fuck that guy's name. I refuse to learn his name. Great guess. That's who you got now, okay? I was the last guy standing here, dude. The last guy. You lost all credibility having the puppet and the potato on talking shit on me. Fuck off. Seriously.
Fuck off.
There's a reason why no one does that show anymore. You fucking pissed off everybody. Because you're a fucking asshole. I'm sick of it, man. I'm tired of it, dude.
I do. Yeah, well, yeah. I do think he's actually run off a lot of fucking people. Because I mean, you can see the quality of. I don't know that Kevin Brennan's working hard to get guests on, though. Maybe that's part of the problem. But yeah, you can see the quality as we were watching Karmic X on his show here a minute ago, which is like that's pretty far down the list of people that should be on his show. Not saying that he hasn't had like Jake Hudson on his show in the past. So whatever. There's a high and a lower level.
He's had like quality. Mike Pachetti on in the last month, and look, I understand Mike Pachetti isn't Dave Chappelle, but so he has some kind of stable of regulars. I think I'm not sure who else. Again, I don't know who else he has on. Maybe you guys do.
Who can forget the best of them all, Mr. Kill Everything? Jesus Christ, he's fucking comedic gold.
He's a treat.
He's a fucking treat.
And I do like Dave Sarah, so not Dave Sierra, Dave Sarah, as it were.
He knows his name. He goes, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Well, how do you know?
I refuse to learn his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how do you know? How do you know it was wrong when you pronounce it Sierra? What a fucking lame.
Exactly right.
That is very true.
If you refuse to learn it, how do you know it's wrong? That's a great point.
Bingo. Nailed him. You got him.
Boom.
This is all you have. This is it. I could wrap it up tomorrow and go do stand-up. You're done. It's a wrap. Going after someone's autistic kid. You're a piece of shit.
Says the man who threatened to kill a dog.
Because he doesn't want anything to do with you anymore, Ken Mosca? Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so Chad did claim that he could wrap it up, quit doing podcasting, and walk away and just solely concentrate on stand-up. But I think he's getting gigs thrown at him by the likes of Nick Swartz, and because other than that, it doesn't seem like he's doing anything. He's not doing anything local. He's not. Godfrey blew him off last time he came to Side Splitters. So that ain't working out.
I feel like he's done shows with Florentine within the last year, but like with Florentine, it always has to be like a local gig. Like, can you drive there? Because he'll give him some money, and I think that Florentine also has an opener, But I think he's gone out on with Jameson and Florentine, so he definitely has a few guys. But it's almost like, oh yeah, we like Chad, or we at least used to. So I think when guys are in the area, but that's a great point. I had forgotten about that clip when he's like talking to Godfrey and he's like, oh yeah, I got somebody else.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to like a black, more, obviously the crowds that come see Godfrey might be a little more diverse. So therefore maybe Godfrey likes a diverse opener. So that makes sense. Ignore the word black that I just said.
I think they would appreciate his Kmart content.
Black people will totally understand Kmart shopping, right?
Yeah, they miss
that. Like, what you talking about? We just grab shit and run out. What the fuck is this Kmart shit?
I mean, I grew up spending a lot of time in Kmart, so I can relate, Chad.
Let's hear your Dollar General shit. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's update it. Dollar General's still open, Chad.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Tampa Bay is a real shithole. So,
yeah, well, you ain't never lived until you fucking got your school shoes by a blue light flashing sale, my friend. Okay, so don't you fucking even think you had it bad until then.
As long as you get an icy on the way out, it makes up for it, buddy.
Sixth grade, my mother got me sneakers in a fucking grocery store. Don't tell me anything about blue lights.
Yeah, they were Chucks though.
You're probably still wearing Velcro shoes, Yingwi.
Damn right I do. They still fit.
Don't blame him. How much money has he given you over the years? And then you shit on him? For what? He doesn't do anything. He likes the Shuli Network. What do I give a fuck? He wants to sponsor the Shuli Network. I don't give a shit. Ken's been good to me. He's a good friend. He's a solid dude. Just because I won't shit on Shuli. Okay, why? Why? Do something, Shuli. Shuli, I have to shit on you. Will you do something? Will you piss me off? Will you come at me? Will you do the anti-chat show? Will you do something? Because I'm getting a fucking tug of war over here. People are pissed I'm not shitting on Shuli. You're legitimately livid. You're calling me Kumias Cox? Fuck off. Fuck you, bitch.
Woo.
That initial super chat was a $2 one, right? I mean, you were talking earlier about getting your bang for your buck. And I mean, you really got a lot of mileage out of that $2 super chat. Right. Look how angry he got.
Yeah, this is the best response anyone's ever got of a $2 super chat for sure. ZFGs, that's right. Or G-Rob. Love it.
Bitch. There's nobody.
No, I was gonna say I love the passion, man. I don't know if he's really digging down deep to have this much passion because he's only got a couple more minutes of this left in him. So I don't know. We were watching Joey C last night, and he about broke down in tears too. Getting very emotional.
This was Joey C territory. That response right there. That was another $2. A $2 Academy Award.
To the point where you scream so loud that your voice cracks. It's on the edge of like losing your shit, man. Losing all sense of reality.
That was almost Dabby material right there. That was good stuff.
Nobody with more integrity than me in this fucking space. Out of everyone here, Melton.
You goddamn right. I ordered the code red. Like that kind of shit.
Can't handle the truth.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Exactly. I love that. We keep pausing it. Perfect. Love it.
He's a fucking fraud. He's a phony. Carl's
big fat phony.
A piece of shit. He'll just snake. He'll stab you in the back. They're all fucking shady fucks. All of them. I'm embarrassed to be around these people. I'm embarrassed to cover these people. I have.
Do you take umbrage with that, Christian, considering you were there the day he went on with Carl? Yeah, so he was embarrassed to be on with you, buddy. That's not.
Yeah, I guess he was. Well, he doesn't have to think much of me, but yeah, I mean, he did accept Carl's invitation, and it's interesting because a couple hours ago when you showed that tweet that he had at me is that I belong on Carl's cringe show, which of course. He was a guest on one of those shows, but also like it's infamous Chad's appearance on just regular WATP a few years back. Carl let him go I don't know, after less than an hour because he was just so bad and all he wanted to do was talk about Chrissy and Frank. And it's all right, well, we're talking about this podcast here. So I think that I don't know what his problem is with all these people. I guess he's kind of a less polished version of what KB does. He's talking about how KB hates everybody, and then he goes off to explain how he hates everybody. He's just not as good at it as Kevin.
Right. Exactly. We can do a little side tangent. Do you remember when KB and Chad were on the Shuli Network a couple years ago? 2 years and a couple months?
I don't remember that. No.
I'll refresh your memory. Let's jog some memories.
Thanks again to Doom. Yep.
Yes. Doom dug up an oldie but a goodie, as they say in the biz. So thank you, Doom. Lady Doom. I owe you everything, sir. But yeah, look at this Hulkamania shirt. Hilarious. But yeah, you can see this guy we're talking about up here, right, folks? Hello. Look at this fucking winner. Yeah, a little bit fatter, a little bit drunker, but yeah, even on this episode, he is plastered drunk. It's fucking hilarious, man. This is the old Chad that I liked him more just because he was losing it. I like watching people falling apart. It's fun. But yeah, we got Shuli in a hotel room. We got Bob in some fireworks show. And we got Chad with Bert Kreischer and Neil Brennan behind him. Great picks. And then look at that smile on Kevin's face. Isn't that delightful?
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
Do you miss the room divider, Christian? Do you ever man, I miss that room divider?
Yeah, I liked when he didn't have the green screen, but he had the virtual background, and his arms would disappear and stuff like that. Which I have to admit that I used to do that too, but I didn't try to claim that I was a professional. But yeah, no, this is a much simpler time. Of all those backgrounds, Bob's is the only one that I think I'm enjoying.
Yeah, everybody stepped up their game quite a bit since this.
But how great is Levy's stand-up? Am I right, Chad?
I love you. Surely. I think you're one of the funniest people ever. I mean that. I swear to God. I know there's this internet drama nonsense. You make me laugh a lot. I laugh at you. And Bob.
I laugh at you. He didn't say you're funny. I laugh at what you say. I laugh at you.
I'm correct in that Chad's holding a microphone, right? His lighting's really bad.
Yeah, it's not a penis.
Well, no, he's holding a microphone, but that is 100% the computer microphone that he's using. He's holding a microphone, but we were troubleshooting this before the show, making sure that everybody did this. It's it's a very annoying thing, especially StreamYard. It'll switch back to your computer microphone if you're not careful. And
yes,
he's holding a microphone, but he's not using it. Good for you, Chad.
Yeah, we see this a lot out there. People talking to their camera mics or any of that. So computer.
You never see it with me though. That never happens.
Never
happens in the middle of a show or anything like that. No.
Never.
Again.
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody here should go watch this a few times because you should watch it while watching each one of their faces. And it's only a couple minute long clip, but yeah, to see Kevin's face, he gets really awkward and weird during the entire thing. But yeah, Chad being plastered. But yeah, you can tell Bob is the one that's into it the most. He's loving it, man. He loves it.
Is he even actually there? Because that looks like it's not real. Bob's never that awake.
Kind of does. But yeah, Bob, whatever, man. We miss seeing Bob on MLC with Chad and fucking. That was great times. The good old days.
Levy is a fucking legend. Sure. Kevin's a cunt. But I love all of you.
Why? You dig the Uncle Rico show, right? You're okay with it. I mean, you like it.
You like the Uncle Rico show?
I love the Uncle Rico show. Dude, it's amazing.
Where would you rank it? Like, if you had to rank it,
number one
of all the Stuttering John shows. There's a lot, but of all of them,
but you're fun with it.
Why do you like us the best? What reason do you think it is?
If you had to put your finger on it.
Yeah.
You guys are the funniest. Like you're like fun with it. You know.
Plus, you know what? Another thing you haven't pointed out: they know Stuttering John.
They know him.
Also,
they know him.
Yeah. So
they legitimately like him
there the whole time.
Yeah.
Your bag was there the whole time. They just
your bag was just sitting there.
Yeah, it was in my Tampa, whatever you wanted.
All right, Chad. I texted Adam. What do you have to do to shut? What do you have to do to shut down a show? He didn't get back to me, but I got it.
Yeah, I have to shut down.
I do love that though. Tell Adam? What is Adam supposed to do? I don't know. How do you stop the show? Back in the days when nobody knew anything on how to work a fucking StreamYard, the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, so what do you see an issue since Adam? Chad does bring that up in this clip too, as far as like KB has sucked ever since Adam left. Do you think that Kevin Brennan needs a producer, someone to run his show, someone to keep him in line, etc.?
More fun watching him struggle, actually, I think.
Yeah, I think that from his point of view, yes, he should have somebody who's queuing up the clips, somebody who can let him know, like, you know what, you should probably get a microphone that doesn't cut out when you yell into it, which I know that's not the case right now, but there was a really long time where that was just going on. And yeah, I think that the show is just visually less good, but honestly, at this point, this version of the show, how much better would it be if Adam came back? It would just be a better produced version of him reading super chats and getting into fights with people who honestly we don't care about. If he's getting in fights with Kumia, that's interesting. But if he's talking about Ken Mosca's adult son who has R-word strength, who's enjoying that?
Fair. Yeah. I know a lot of people do still watch MLC. I'm not sure what the curiosity is as much as it used to be. Obviously, his numbers are down, his money's down a little bit. But Dagewah says, bald dome head guys make the Dabbleverse go round. That is pretty true. I guess Carl probably does somewhat now. But we've reintroduced Anthony into the Dabbleverse too. So welcome, sir. Indeed. All right, back to this. We did a little side tangent there. That was fun, going down memory lane with y'all tonight. So we enjoy that kind of stuff. Moving on. Yeah, we just got a couple more minutes of this, and then you probably got to take off. So let's finish her up.
Have a life outside of this, motherfuckers. You want to come at me? Come at me, bro. I'll take all you motherfuckers on. I don't give a shit. I don't have to align myself with anyone. I'm not aligned with the Shuli Network. I don't go on his fucking shows. You're the one who stabs everyone in the fucking back, Brennan. Bob Levy, everybody. Your show went to shit when Adam Hineker left. Period. End of discussion. Situation. Your show is garbage when Adam left. You can't multitask. You can't do things at the same time. You can't. You don't even know how to run your fucking soundboard, bitch.
Yeah, can you imagine Chad Zumock running his
This is why your show has zero growth and you're losing super chatters at a rapid pace. Shout out to Permaseal Finishing. God damn, you're keeping the lights on at the Brennan household. So you're going to talk shit about me with the potato and a puppet who just clowned you. They were literally trolling you the whole time. You're so old and out of it and disconnected, you don't even realize that they're making fun of you while plugging Hackamania. But come at the shark. Get bit, bitch. I don't need your show. Fuck off. I don't need to use my connections to get them on your goddamn program anymore. It's an embarrassment. Best show you've had all year was you, me, Florentine, and Earl, courtesy of me. You don't even start your show on time. You have no respect for the audience or the paying customers. All of you fucks, Melton, all you guys don't start your show on time. You're not consistent. You're not persistent. You don't do it on. There's no fucks. There's nothing professional about your program. Nothing. But you want to come after me with the potato and the puppet. Fuck you. Fuck off. And fuck Ray DeVito, too. Ray, you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for me. I'll shut this show down now. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to do it. I don't. I don't need to do this show. I don't need to do anything.
Definitely shut it down, Chad.
I'm perfectly fine.
You don't need to do it. Everybody will be fine if you stop. Just go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't
try this experiment.
Don't announce it. Yeah. Don't go live tomorrow. Or, you know what, the rest of the week. You just got Thursday and Friday. Just take the rest of the week off and see. You don't need it. Don't do it. It's obviously not good for your mental health. You're very upset.
All right. Yeah. And I definitely got a few comments to make here. I'll put this up to start with. Secondly, yeah, one major point of contention Chad has had is the fact that I brought Ray into this world. He wouldn't even know Kevin Brennan if it weren't for me. Like, that really pisses him off that Ray showed up and started being a co-host. And that worked out great for Ray for a long time. Obviously, the situation has changed quite a bit, but that has always really fucking bugged him. Indeed. But yeah, I think Gladwell Ape is Permaseal. And as we all know, Chad Zumock was hooked up with Gladwell and been renting a section. Gladwell, what are they calling it? Section Ape. Ever since has been living in one of his apartments.
I love that. Section 8.
Indeed. Fair enough.
I have no idea behind the scenes what happened to my life. None. I've told nobody. No one knows. No one will ever know. There's 3 people that know my situation. That's it. And that's as far as it's going to go. So you want to dangle $15,000 in front of my face and tell everybody what you paid me?
So $15,000 and whatever he makes on his podcast, he could give all of that money up to go do other stuff, which is what? Stand-up comedy only? I don't know what he's referring to, and obviously we'll never figure that out. He was trying to allude to something going on in his real life, which I don't really know why he even brought it up. Like, it's everybody and their dog's going to go start like looking into his life now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope somebody uncovers it. I don't want to do the legwork, but I'd love to watch a video that Doom or My Lost Interest posts.
Right, and I never do legwork, so I'm not doing it. That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, but I really don't understand how he thinks he can make enough just doing stand-up comedy, because it seems like a dead-end road, especially for a 50-year-old failing comedian. Would you consider this guy a successful comedian in any right, Christian?
I think if he were having like not even like amazing, but if he were having paying gigs every weekend, even if he had to drive to them or whatever, I think that would probably be some degree of a success. But my understanding is that, he's doing open mics and features and things and not necessarily getting paid. But if he is, good for him. I don't know that he's getting the kind of work where he just wants to turn his back on the TM Zumach money, because he gets to keep all of that. You know, KB talks about how he doesn't have to pay as many people as Shuley. Chad literally has no one to pay. He gets to keep it all, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, even these very successful comedians have a podcast for a reason. They got nothing else to do in the daytime, and it's like, why not jump on a podcast and be funny? Duh. Like, of course you would do that. So anyway, none of that even makes sense. Beloved chatter, $5. Thank you very much, sir. Chad always gets hopped up like this after a weekend of rubbing elbows with real comics. They must gaslight him into thinking he's too good for MLC. Right. Oh, yeah, dude. I could picture those conversations in green rooms, right? Like, what are you doing with that? Why are you on MLC? That guy's insane. Why are you hanging out with Kevin Brennan? He's lost it.
You're killing it out there. You're way too good for that.
No, but Ray DeVito says the same kind of shit. Like he's told plenty of people that stuff on air. Like, the Mark Normans, Joe List, etc. of the world, the Danny Polachek's, like Big J Okerson. Why are you even in the Dabbleverse? And that's why he's out of it now, because of the comedians told him to get away from it. Even though recently he's kind of popped back in, but seems like he's gone again. So hard to say. I think that's plenty of Chad Zumach for today. Actually, no, I had one more quick clip, and then
let's do it.
Better. Just a quickie. Yeah, this is just one thing I caught him saying this week. This might have been last week, but yeah, let's hear it. What is Chad saying about him doxing?
Just in case you don't believe me.
Oh, son of a bitch. Of course I pull up the wrong one.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, so people were saying this too. Like, he was showing a Venmo, and people were pointing out the fact, like, if he isn't showing the Venmos, because he can't not show $50 Venmos when he gets them, if he's not doing that, then he's probably lying about Ryan. He gets money. So anyway, that was the wrong clip. This is the one I meant to play about doxing. So let's hear it. What do you got? Sorry, I'm messing everything up here right now. Michaela gifted 5. Oh, that's his show. Damn it.
Oopsie. Happy birthday, Michaela.
Democracy and the bull.
Yeah, again. Exactly.
I don't like covering these people, but I feel it's my obligation. It's my job to point out the hypocrisy and the bullshit. And a lot of you are just going to like what you want, and that's fine too. But
yeah, can you imagine people liking what they want? Can you imagine that? What a thought, huh?
I just like that he's live streaming from Nana's guest room here.
Yeah. Weird hotel room, indeed.
The one thing I'm not going to do, because I'm not going to
Don't sleep in my bed, sweetie.
Ain't happening. Not on my watch. However, I'm a prick. Hey, Richard Russo, if you're in the chat, you're welcome over here, pal. Richard Russo, full disclosure, we got your back over here. You don't need to be with these clowns, these nerds. I'm telling you, you're better off. So, Richard Russo, come on over to our community. We got you. We don't do that shit here.
A few hours later.
One of our top super chatters wants to know, Brian, get any cool voicemails lately from one Chad Zumach?
Oh yeah, no, I have not heard one other than when he doxed me right before COVID. That was already, yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a fan of Chad. So I think he's gross. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, shout out to Chad Buzmach, who has had tons of hilarious stuff lately. Been doing the Lord's work, keeping up with that Chad Zumach, which is a full-time job.
Chad Buzmak is a great follow. All the people that you rattled off, they do, like you said, the Lord's work because we can't keep up with all this stuff. And I'm so glad that they see these things so that we can enjoy the highlights. We can get the Cliff's Notes if that's still a thing.
Cliff's Notes, yes, sir.
Cliff, we love Cliff. He's a great guy. Cliff. All right, we're gonna get into some steel toe, but you said you pretty much have about 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, I had about 2.5 hours, but I'll tell you what, I'd like to talk about something other than Zumach. So let me hang out for another 10, 15 minutes. Because
yes, sir.
I don't get to see enough Aaron either. But let me get a couple plugs in, and then we can get there. Obviously. As people know, I am on Carl's network. I have a show called Who Are These Broadcasters? That is Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. On the YouTube channel, it also exists as an audio podcast. I have my personal podcast, The Bladt Cast, BLADTCAST. And I co-created, pitched, and sold a podcast called 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal. It is hosted by Brian Slagle, who is the CEO of Metal Blade Records. And we've been doing it for a few months. We actually were just in Nashville a couple weekends ago, recording a bunch of interviews for the show. And Brian literally knows everybody in metal. And so we've had multiple members of Slayer and Anthrax on, and I don't have to book any guests for that show because he knows everybody. And it's a tight, like 45-minute show. And we actually worked it out so that we can play snippets of the songs in there too. So if you like metal, and who doesn't, check out 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal.
Metal Blade.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Did you have Tom Araya on by chance?
No, we've had Kerry King and Dave Lombardo. We've had Frank Bello. We've been working with scheduling Scott Ian, but he has been going in and out of the country. And guys from Amon Amarth and Armored Saint. We haven't had anybody from Sacred Reich just yet.
Armored Saint. Wow.
Yeah,
I heard that name in a long time.
Cannibal Corpse. The Cannibal Corpse fans are so diehard that their sites would clip our podcast and post videos.
Yeah, they have a Metal Blade has a huge back catalog.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely
massive.
Yeah, my cousin used to be pretty good friends with those guys from Armored Saint. He lived down there in San Gabriel Valley area.
Oh, yeah.
But he played in a band called Slep Rock. They were kind of more of a punk thing back during Green Day's time when they first came out.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Amon Amarth. A lot of people don't really know anything about them, but yeah, it's like Viking heavy metal.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's different, man. If anyone's ever seen like their concerts when they're all
they're like rowing
on rows.
Yeah. Is it the mosh pit? They sit down in the mosh pit and they row too. I've seen some bootleg stuff of that.
Yeah, it's good shit. Yeah, they're up in Portland all the time. I see them up there listed, so they must be Northwest guys. Indeed. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Everybody check out, what did you call that?
100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal, wherever you find podcasts. It's an audio only podcast, but we do post video versions, long form versions of the interviews. So you can find it on YouTube, 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal.
And of course, WATP as well. Of course.
Yeah, I was on WATP on Saturday, but every Tuesday I do WATB with my buddy.
Yeah. Exactly. This guy gets it, folks. He does. All right, let's get into some toe, folks. Let's do it. Do it toe style, even. This creepy weirdo that we enjoy watching so much.
Wait, is this his current background right now? Is this what he's using?
Yeah, this is his brand new.
I haven't seen any clips
has been
that are this
freaking out
new.
about.
Oh my God, I didn't realize he had this. This is very exciting for me.
It's the latest craze going on, sweeping the nation. The steel toe backdrop, which is whatever. It's a sign, pretty much, that one of his fans made for him. So he gladly accepted it and is stuck with it now for a minute, at least. But it's an improvement over knickknacks on a fucking shelf and a dirty wall. I'll say that much.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Say his name and
Tell me that's not creepy. This
I'd
guy,
like to know how many times he rehearsed that.
just about everything he does is the creepiest shit ever. He is a creepy dude. And speaking of which, yeah, let's get it right into the April shit talk. Let's do it. But yeah, before we do that, let's hear his thoughts on anal sex. Aren't you guys curious about Steel Toe's thoughts on anal sex? Because you're gonna get it whether you like it.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever thought about it. And if I were to think about it, I would probably only think about him receiving it.
Which he probably did with that monster hog Nick Rekieta is so famous for. Just ask April.
Says, Aaron, have you even had anal sex before? I like my high school girlfriend. I threw it in the dumper for a little bit. I hated it. It's tight and dry and fuck. I know you lube, like you use lube and everything, but like I never understood, like, bro, why are you picking that hole? Like it's gay.
It's not even, it's not made for the activity. It's like trying to use, I don't know. It's like trying to use a garbage bag for a slip and slide. I mean, it'll work in a pinch, but why?
It like
it'll work in a pinch, but why? Yeah. You have any thoughts on this, Christian? I don't know if you're a fan of the anal. I guess it's a little weird question, but we can do that.
No, but I mean, I think that Johnny Crutches, what does he know? Like, did he use a trash bag as a slip and slide? And is that how he ended up the way he is? I don't think it is. It's a weird comparison because I think that the attraction to it is that it's wrong and it's not designed for that. And that's the fun, I suppose. I can't say that it's certainly not my favorite hole to use, but I do understand the appeal. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily gay. He's talking about high school, and that was always like the Catholic school girls wouldn't put out in the front because Jesus was watching, but you were certainly welcome to go around back.
Wow. That's your daily dose of the
So it's not gay. That's my point. It's not gay. That's
not
all.
gay.
Yeah. I mean, it can be. It totally can be. I'm just saying it's not automatically gay.
Yeah.
Dave Sarah has the sweet tender point right here. When you love a woman, you better love her whole body inside and out. Thank
Her
you,
whole
Dave Sarah.
hole.
Her
Is that
whole
what you're
hole. Yeah, Dave Sarah is known to be quite the romancer.
ranger?
Yeah, well, no, I was gonna say he's a romancer out there, but
Okay.
you might be onto something more accurate, Hunky.
Indeed. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I was anybody in the chat have anything interesting they're saying, guys? Okay. All right, pulling this up. Here we go. So apparently Will Heron and his boss, Steel Toe, has been going at his boss and him very heavily as of today. So we're gonna get into that. This is from today, I do believe. Let me see. The 22nd.
22nd, yesterday.
So this is last night.
Yeah.
I know.
The evening show.
Yeah.
I hope the evening show did a good job with the goal because you know that the morning show has not been pulling its weight lately, Quad.
That's absolutely true. I do have a clip of him from today not hitting the goal / hitting the goal. So we could talk about the Will Heron thing today, and then I can show you the clip from him hitting / not hitting the goal from today. And see what you think. But yeah, so Will Heron, he's been going after Will Heron's boss and doxing him. And this is what that looks like from last night. And I did peek right before the show started, like he starts before us. I was listening just to a minute of it, and he started right back over with doxing him and saying all that shit and talking a ton of shit. So as expected, right?
Yep.
The Velveeta stayed down. I'm okay. My health has been fine. I feel good, which kind of sucks because I was kind of hoping I'd drop a couple pounds for free today, but no such luck. We'll just have to keep doing it the old-fashioned way. The Velveeta stayed down. It tasted like shit, but it stayed down. I had my probation interview today. That was good. I was glad to be done with that. Very easy. You know, when you tell the truth, you don't have to have a very good memory. So that was, and the woman conducting it was very, very nice. Yeah, all in all, great day. And then,
so he went and saw. He did his pre-sentencing interview. So he's going to sign off on his plea deal for the $50 to get past this revenge porn case that he had going. Christian.
Yeah. Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?
No, he didn't.
I mean,
that's what he said to Gino when
Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?
That's true.
God, she was looking good there.
Wait, who
yeah, that is the one takeaway. That's Anna Kasparian.
I said that's the chick from the Young Turks, right?
Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?
I did not realize that was her.
Yeah, they followed it for a minute.
Good for her. Good for us too. She's not too bad looking. That's
I'd
probably
rather-
the best
I'd-
she ever
I'd
looked.
rather- I'd rather look at her than Jink Uyghur, or however you say that dude's name.
Shank.
Yeah, no,
Shank.
I did the chat thing where I pretended I didn't know what his name was, but
Whoever that guy is, I don't even know.
whatever,
I don't even
Shank
know.
Uyghur.
All right. So then he gets into Doxxing Will
oh
Heron.
my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got an email from Nova and he said, keep this. He said, keep this under your hat. Don't go public with this unless like Will Heron tries to get in contact with you. And I said, okay, well, Will Heron's not going to get in contact with me, so I'll keep this under my hat. And like minutes later, Will Heron is jumping in your boy's DMs. I gotta say, it's old white flag Will. It's old white flag Will. Steel toe crushed a member of the Baldo Guard. The old white flag has come out from Will Heron. Now I have to decide, am I going to be a generous God? Am I going to be a magnanimous victor? Or am I going to take my thumb and just go and drive it in? So far, I've chosen violence. I woke up and chose violence. I did put the bullet right between his eyes, though. I didn't leave him hanging. I didn't torture him or anything like that. Apparently, somebody wrote a name in our chat today. The name was, they said he likes to drink with a guy named Jim Palmer. I don't know anything about a Jim Palmer. I don't know who Jim Palmer is. For all I know, that's his favorite cocktail, Jim Palmer. And I think it was Nova who said it. I'm not sure who, but that really shook Will up. And now all of a sudden he wants to talk to the toe. I'll tell you this. I already tried to talk to Will. I already tried to drop some wise man knowledge on him. I already tried to show him the ropes, show him the way. But, once you bite the Baldo, your brain's never quite the same. I think it's the chemicals in the plastic from China where they make it. Once you bite the Baldo, your brain goes all fucky. You grow weird horse teeth.
This guy's a
Will,
fucking
I tried to tell you
retard.
that this was a stupid idea for someone in your position. Now you got all these people out there. Nova's sending me shit.
Yeah, he's a real Ken Mosca's son, this guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's
whatever
good.
god he decides to be, he's a god with 3 chins. That's the god that he's deciding to be.
Thank you. Yeah, you caught on to that. What kind of God? That's not very good Christian talk, and he claims to be a Christian, but now he's calling himself God. And
my God doesn't look like that. My God at least went to Bosley and got a hair transplant from his back or something. I mean, my God does not have the male pattern that goes way back like that.
Yeah, he's the type of God that made the earth in one day and ate the other 6.
Got him.
Boom.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. He was all over the place with that one. And I mean, it's insane. He thinks he's God, and he tried to give Will Heron all this advice that he didn't take. But I don't know. I thought Will Heron's been pretty fair as far as his coverage on all of the stories he's written and whatnot. They've been pretty straightforward. It's not like they tried to trash him. But he's been covering Rekieta, and I guess Aaron doesn't like that because he's been fair. Either you ball wash. This is another one of those dichotomies, right? Aaron's one of these guys. Either you work for me and with me, or you're against me. There is no like in between with this guy. He's another one of these Chad types or whatever. We've been talking about that kind of stuff a lot lately. But the doxing, I know we gave Carl a bad time about that the other day, just throwing names out there. You saw Chad was happy to repeat the name. I got a little bit of shit from Carl for repeating the name myself or showing it on my show, I guess. But yeah, Aaron decided that he was going to tell Will Heron to go fuck himself in DMs. And yeah, because he reached out for a comment on the story he did. That's pretty wild, man. So that's Will Heron's boss. And like I said, I'm trying to get Will Heron on Friday so he could tell us all about this.
I hope he does it because I've found him to be interesting whenever I've caught up with Will Heron. So I think he'd bring some good insight into this.
Right. And I mean, whatever you want to say, the guy's a Louisiana guy. He did, let's see, lawyer and popular YouTuber Nick Rekieta given deferred 28-day jail sentence, receives 5 years conditional probation. All accurate. And he just does a fucking regular story. It doesn't say like, oh, the guy was a good guy and he didn't do none of this. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's very similar to the story that he did about fucking Aaron. Pretty straightforward. And Will Heron reached out for comment, and apparently that pissed off Aaron. Said he wouldn't give him a comment, so he's already mad at Will Heron. So
isn't that exactly what Will Heron should be doing? Is like, I'm doing this story about Nick Rekieta. Aaron's a part of the story. Let me reach out to him for a comment. Even if back when journalists used to try and actually do their job, they would be like, all right, I don't think I'm going to get this comment, but I have to at least try and get it. So I don't know. Yeah, I think that you're right, Quad, that Aaron is just pissed that this guy's doing his job.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And then this morning we did have Will Heron sighting in the chat. I watched a little bit of his show this morning, but yeah, this is what it looked like. Muttering John, another guy doing the Lord's work out there, caught this interaction in the chat. Following an unhinged attack by failed YouTuber Aaron Imholte. Oops. I got ahead of myself. Failed YouTuber Aaron Imholte, weatherman. TV's Will Heron confronted him with a reality check. Locale Steel Toe was scared, though. TV's Will Heron, morning, baby boy. You still pretending to be important? Did you know Rekieta has over 1,000 more viewers than you at the moment? Also, Johnny Rocks. How's begging going? This show is trash. Gonna get to work because I work in the real media. Enjoy begging, loser. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's not really him though, because
no, that is him. He definitely hangs out in the Steel Toe chat in the morning.
Does he call him a loser like that? I just
well, he did today because of
put it this way.
There's last night.
There can't be a 0% chance that that's not him, because I could go in the chat tomorrow and say that my name is TV's Will Heron. Now it might be him, but I've been known to show up in chats as someone I'm not really. I've been in chats as TikTok superstar Balin Dupree, and I got about 10 minutes of content out of KB and Chad because they were trying to figure out what I was asking them, which was really just to get them to talk about Carl for his birthday. So my point is, it's not hard to fake that. It could be him. I'm not saying it isn't, but there just has to be a chance that somebody else is pretending to be him. But I believe you if you're convinced it's him, Quad.
Yeah, no, I've been in there many a morning when he's around, so I do believe it was him. Just from my
get Will Heron
experience
on
and
your
seeing him
show, and if
around,
it's not him, then give me credit for being right.
calling it out correctly, indeed.
Exactly.
All right, next up, let's do this.
Well, John Henry, Joe Hendry. Close enough. Close enough. Annoyed Wawa supervisor says, Aaron, in all seriousness, how comfortable
This is Monday morning.
How comfortable are you living when it's 8? I'm so sorry. It's kind of funny. Aaron, how comfortable are you living when it's 800 square feet and 2 bedrooms, double mattress max? Now, what he's talking about is MN Public Records released the breaking news that former Steel Toe co-host April is indeed now on her witness thing for my deal. Her parents' address was listed as her address. And I think Candy Ojai County, the people in that community hate Nick so much that they just dig up dirt because they discovered that April is currently living in an 800 square foot wall mounted air conditioned unit crack den. I mean, it looks like a shitty crack den in Wilmer, Minnesota. And Nick doxed this address live on his comeback stream, which is not getting good reviews, by the way. People were, well, I mean, it was kind of the usual. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Who you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? And, oh, I'm actually the good one and everyone else is conspiring. I mean, it was the same horse shit, really. It was just the review I heard mostly from people was it was too boring to get through.
It was too boring to get through. Okay, so this is all in response to Nick Rekieta going live on Saturday night, and I did watch a shitload of that. It's interesting just to see the guy to be done with his case. He just has probation now, and he can launch whatever tirades he wants against Aaron again. You know, he's totally free, and he is crushing it, dude. Like he really is. He has a large fucking following, and I'm sure that really has to bug Aaron. But indeed, he's crushing him by thousands of views. Nick made lots and lots of money, so he's going to be doing well, and he's been law tubing every day since then, like Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. He's pretty much been like live streaming consistently the entire whatever it is, the Reed trial. So he's been crushing it. But yeah, once again, Aaron doxing what he thinks is April Imholte's place in Wilmer, Minnesota. So he got a hold of that information, and once again, he couldn't help but spewing it. But you know where that came from? It came from a fucking super chat on Nick Rekieta's show. Someone just put some address on a super chat in Nick Rekieta's live stream. And I guess Aaron must have been watching because he automatically assumed that it was April's address and that she's living there. And obviously he went and looked it up, right?
Oh, yeah,
right.
Of course. Yeah. Chad always does the proper amount of vetting and fact checking before he shares information.
Live on a live stream. Very, very good of you there, Aaron. Very good of you. So I don't know if that's the case. Nick Rekieta has never said that he's still in contact with April, and if it is true, then he is going over there to sneak a poke here and there. But other than that, it sounds like Aaron just got tricked, like you were talking about. People so easily can just put out a piece of information and see who bites on it, and there you go. So is this the case of Aaron biting on something that he believes is true and doesn't necessarily happen to be true? We'll never know, or we will possibly, I guess. But yeah, I am actually kind of curious if Nick Rekieta still has a connection to April.
He's still getting that, but he's still hitting it. Yeah, he is. That a boy, Nick. Good job.
Yeah, he stole that pussy.
Yeah.
He stole that pussy fair and square, right? He stole that fair and square.
It was offered up to him. He didn't even steal it, you know. Just,
he didn't do nothing. He just brought the cocaine to the party. That's all. He didn't make her suck his dick.
Yeah, she wanted to. She wanted a real dick because Aaron can't make her come, and he's got a weird kickstand of a penis left, from what we
It
understand.
bends to one direction. It bends extremely.
One Direction, like the band.
Yeah.
Whatever. He goes on to talk a whole bunch of shit about both of them folks. I guess we would assume he would do that anyway, so nothing real big news there. But he also goes after our Lady Doom. Lady Doom. The arbiter of all things truthful or not. But apparently Nick Rekieta or Aaron thinks he pulled a fast one on all of us and tricked us in with this. I don't know. Did you keep up on the Coach Scott tricking us on the live stream where he went on there and did this whole revenge porn thing and explained how Aaron can't work with the kids anymore because of that? It's fucking weird, man. We'll replay it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's some of the minutia that I like. I know enough about Coach Scott. I know we were talking earlier about some of the staged things that he's done. He seems like a guy who just likes Aaron, and he seems like a guy who likes everybody, you know. So yeah, I don't know that much about how.
Let's play this.
Yeah.
We'll see if you can figure out what he's trying to say here. If this isn't true. But you know that Aaron can't Aaron can't box anymore. He can't do live events. He can't box in events. He can't box doing training as a coach because he can't pass his safe sport because he had a background check.
Well, I guess the only boxing that he might get to do is if Slam Piece gets out of line.
That's right. That's a fact.
Allegedly. It's all satire. I feel like we need to say these things now, Quad.
I'm the headbutton guy.
Jesus Christ. He's fucking disgusting, man. That guy, I cannot stand him. His mere presence, just despicable.
And shout out to Doom. Talk about a Doom heavy episode, right, guys?
Yeah, right? Good for Doom.
Thank you, Doom. Thank you for doing all my prep.
Yeah, thanks, Doom.
Send us Lawrence's clip, penis wrinkle.
Penis wrinkle.
Again, just a reminder. So, the other thing too is some of you probably don't know about the gentleman that used to just spar and help you guys out. Can no longer be if you haven't heard, he can no longer be a part of the boxing. His court case was just last week. And basically when he shared a picture online that he wasn't supposed to do. Okay, has nothing to do with boxing, but again, because of.
So are you keeping up so far? The guy that used to help you guys train, the work with you and did revenge porn. I wonder who that possibly could be.
There's so many guys at that gym who do revenge porn. It's hard to keep track of which one he might be talking about.
Yeah, Aaron's trying to misdirect us before with people that have criminal charges, but
Coach Scott's the biggest offender.
I mean, it's beyond my control, but again, because of that, he can't be here.
Look around the room. You see, he's a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old. You know what I mean? These are younger fellers, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking about life choices with revenge porn and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Once again, pardon me. But again, evidently the old guy doesn't know anything. That's me. Well, all I know is this. These two people that didn't listen, one that got hurt, and again, it's not his fault. He's going out there. Just, just slow down. Again, Andy's not here when we're sparring. I don't know where we get the kill mentality from. It should not be. Period. It just shouldn't be. All I got to tell is no, you don't. Not at the expense of somebody else.
T.O. Hank on the boxing license thing. I'm keeping that close to the vest right now, but I do have some good news on that on the way. Our gym already got the good news. The good news just has to come to me now. They already, I don't know how this works, but they got notified of no suspensions, no anything, and I haven't yet. So it's going to come to me, but it went through them first. So that's pretty cool too.
That's pretty cool.
God damn it, Doom.
Dude, thank God! Thank God!
God damn it.
All right, I didn't know he had the longest outro that ever.
That's all right. Well,
existed.
Doom
Jesus.
deserves it for all the work that Doom does.
And then, the next morning after that, here's fucking Steel Toe at the gym, as you can see there. And
I have never seen a worse looking image of Aaron than that. His hair is flat. His receding temples are extra shiny, and the teeth hanging out. I don't know. Somebody can chime in if they've seen worse. I've never seen Aaron Imholte look worse than he does in this photo right here.
Well, goddamn, how old is Coach Scott? About 80? He ain't looking real good.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know what. Can you? So Aaron is saying that this Coach Scott absolutely was trolling all of us. Isn't that kind of a weird thing to troll people about? Like tell your class full of teenagers that you remember that guy that used to fucking work with you? He got in trouble for revenge porn, and that's a lie. You tell your class full of minds full of.
I mean, I'm sure that he told them beforehand. He was just like, I got to record a thing, but don't worry about it. Coach Aaron's going to be back soon. I don't know if Flat Cat or any of the ladies in the chat are still here, but there were two guys in that picture. And let's just assume you have to blow one of them, ladies. I feel like Coach Scott is going to get 100% of the vote there. You figure like, yeah, you know what? Coach Scott probably deserves it. But that's not an official poll, Quad. You don't have to actually put that poll up. I feel like Aaron is just reprehensible there.
I'm not going to answer it. That's for sure.
No, please. I wouldn't ask you. I mean, who knows what show you'll end up on if you give an opinion on which man is more attractive than another man.
Indeed.
Phil Elmore comes to mind. His show.
Try to get me in trouble like that.
No, come on, Quad. Yeah. That's not why I'm here. Who am I choosing? I mean, I'm going to choose. Come on. I'm going to choose April if that's on the table.
April?
I mean, April. I feel like April was definitely up for some shit, and good for her. A situation presented itself, and she cashed in on it. So yeah, I mean, if the choice is Aaron, Coach Scott, or April, absolutely. So. Yeah, now the chat really wants to know. Yeah, Peter Sky Parker's getting in there. Not sure too. That's all right. Maybe we lost the ladies. I don't know who else is streaming.
I don't think they want to answer, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Not on their birthdays, especially.
Flat Cat's too classy for that, and so is Michaela. So I'm sorry that I asked on their birthdays. That's on me. But it's probably time for me to go if I'm asking questions like that, Quad. I want you to be able to focus on the rest of your clips. But it was great to be on again. I know it had been too long, and I'll try to not wait so long next time. Great to meet you, Honky. And I don't know if I know his name's not Yngwie Malmsteen, but
it's kind of funny.
Is he still there?
No, he's gone. All right. I'm going to see Aftershock Festival 2025 in October in Sacramento. And I was looking through the list of people that are going to be there, and Yingwi Malmsteen, or however it's.
Yngwie Malmsteen is how you say it.
Yeah, Malmsteen.
Yngwie is God. Yngwie is God. That was your Canadian.
So even though I did my plugs a half an hour ago, let me run through everything. I have my own personal podcast called
do it again.
Blattcast. I've been doing the Blattcast for 12 years now. We have 640 episodes. Somewhere in there, you'll find one you like, I promise. BLADTCAST. It's an audio podcast, but also we have a YouTube channel. So find those. And who are these broadcasters? Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. And it also exists as an audio podcast. 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal, hosted by Brian Slagle. And I did reference this earlier, but at 10 p.m. Pacific time tonight, I will be on the premiere episode of Pop Culture Dumpster with my buddy Liam McEnany, and my friend Eric Connor will be on there too, talking about the Jason Statham movie, A Working Man, which is every bit as good as you'd think it would be. And I guess that Liam's channel is Hey, It's Liam. And I know people in your chat, Quad, would probably like to go into Liam's chat and troll him during that show. Dave, Sarah, you are certainly welcome.
As you know, I'm not a big fan of Liam. I would.
No, I know, and I appreciate you letting me promote something that he's doing. But
no, I don't.
He super chatted during Who Are These Broadcasters at the very end of the show, and I missed it, so I felt bad that I didn't get to promote it. Look, he gave me $5.
You got to promote it here, though.
He gave me $5, and I didn't promote it, so that's on me. That's
good man. No, thank you. As you know, I'm a huge fan of you and all that you do, and I do always appreciate you coming on. And in fact, love it and look forward to it every time, brother. So I appreciate the hell out of you.
That was great, and I'm
Sorry,
definitely
I don't get to see
disappointed
you
that I
at
won't get to,
Hackmania.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm definitely disappointed that I won't get to
man.
meet you at Hackmania, but maybe Hackmania 3 in 2026. We'll see.
Hey, don't forget about
QuadCon.
QuadCon. Can we get
When's
that?
QuadCon happening? This is the first I'm hearing about it. Oh my god, look at QuadCon.
Reno, Nevada, late March. I'm thinking that's when we're gonna have it. So we just came up with the idea to go up against CatalanaCon, which is happening down in Florida. So we're probably gonna line up with that and go against him. But we're doing West Coast versus East Coast. We're gonna see how it works out, folks.
Well, I'm excited for that. So yeah, pencil me in for QuadCon. I'll see if I can make it work. I have a strange fascination with Reno, so I would hope to be
Same here.
Yeah, me too.
I got
man.
a lot of history, and I love it there.
Yeah. All right, gents. Well, Godspeed, as they say, and
hell yeah, brother.
Enjoy the rest of your Very nice to meet you, man. Hope I get to see you all again. All right.
I may as well.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Later, buddy. All right. Get right back. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, CDVS. I have to bow out, as they say. And it's one of them things I can't even get into. So sorry, I don't even get to explain it. I'll just say it's financial, but it's a lot more than that. So
it's complex.
We're gonna leave it at that. But thank you, Steve S. I'm bummed I don't get to meet everybody and their dogs at Hackmania, because there sure was a lot of you motherfuckers I wanted to meet. So I'm bummed about it, but so be it. That's life, as they say. All right, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program, folks. Indeed. Boom. Right back to the toe. All right, we got just a few more clips, and then we'll probably round it out for the evenings. All right. Shit, I forgot where we were. It's been okay. So yeah, Coach Scott made that fucking weird ass promo as far as like Steel Toe not being able to come to the gym and box. And then sure enough, we got the phone call from Chad from today to the boxing gym. But before we got that, we got Steel Toe cussing Doom out for making that video. So all he did was clip what Scott said, right? Did you see it?
Go ahead.
No, did you see that Doom tried to make it look a certain way, or did he just record exactly what has been said?
No, he didn't. And you know what? I'm still not convinced that that's 100%. I'm not saying that it's photoshopped, but I almost got the feeling that the picture was shot in, I'm not saying that it's photoshopped, but that one there. But look, check this out, okay? You're at the gym. Supposedly you are working out. The hair's not wet. There ain't nothing wet at all. He's got that towel there that appears to be dry. And I just think he just came there, threw that on, and didn't even do anything. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But do you think he put Scott up to it? I guess that's the main point.
To do that right there, yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, hey, would you just hold the sign and snap a photo with me? That's kind of weird that he wouldn't ask for an explanation at least.
Yeah, but the old mascot's kind of weird, and he's old-fashioned, and he probably don't think nothing about it. I don't know. I just don't know how real this shit is, really.
Fair enough.
I'm not convinced.
All right, so that happened on Saturday with the picture.
Right.
And then this is from Monday morning, and this is what Aaron had to say to Doom while he was in the chat, because apparently I noticed Doom was in there and said a few things, but this came up.
All the whites. By the way, Doom, you were very
all the whites, whatever that was.
I can see all the whites. By the way, Doom, you were very silent on how you got worked by Scott and I. I didn't hear your comments on this.
He's a Clipper. Like, where is he supposed to be commenting on it? Twitter.
Yeah,
the tweet out for you.
Look how proud he is of himself. Look at that jaw and that. God, he needs that slapped off of his fucking face. Boom.
You need to get back in the ring, Honk, so you can teach this motherfucker a lesson.
Yeah, he'd probably beat me up. I'm pretty old now.
Fair.
I got to say, Doom, this is why I like Chad Buzamok a little more than you. Buzamok's a little more honest. Like, you got worked and you got played by Scott and I, but you couldn't bring yourself to come here and take it and bow and bend the knee and admit, Aaron, you got us all. You won. You and Coach Scott fucking crushed us. I lose a little bit of respect for you because you don't be like the rest of them. You're not like the rest of them. You know, Carl crashing out over my criticism of him. That was great to hear about. I liked that. But, you know, those guys, yeah, they can't take the L. I get it. That's why I pick on them once in a while. But you're smarter than that. You're better than that. You know how the game works. Doom says, I was at a wedding all weekend, wasn't really around. Stop it. Stop it. People are saying we dunked all over Doom. Doom, you know that Coach Scott and I got you, the picture, the got him, the whole deal. Come on. You got worked. Scott told me on Tuesday and Wednesday, he said, I'm going to fuck with him. He goes, I'm going to tell him that you're fucking out of here. And I kept my mouth shut as long as I could. I did let the bit happen. I did let a little bit too much out of the bag on Friday, but the picture on Saturday was classic. And the sign.
No, okay, so the workout session was from Thursday, where that promo was cut. That was on a Thursday. Friday, Aaron was saying like, "Oh, I think I'll go down and get a picture taken with Scott," and so he did say all that. I did hear it, but anyway, I don't know that Doom got played. You're playing yourself, dude. What are you trying to do? Make a bunch of kids like feel awkward in a boxing class? Like, what a good fucking gag. Are you fucking serious, dude? That's so weird. If Coach Scott did that on his own without being put up to it by Aaron, then Coach Scott's a fucking weirdo, dude. That's a fact.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not convinced. I think something's going to come out later in this fucking story, man. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. And that was pretty much it. Just, exactly. Beloved chatter is 100% correct. Yeah. How many, like, Citizen M was his favorite clipper. Then Will Heron was his favorite clipper. But yeah, he goes through them. The second that they ever make a clip against Aaron, all of a sudden they're a piece of shit. They're doing it for somebody. Like, oh, you're working for Melton. You're either you're for us or you're against us. There's no fucking in between when it comes to Aaron Imholte or a few of these other guys. So same shit, same story, same everything every time. And back to Chad called today. He called Coach Scott. I thought this was interesting as hell, man.
That's
good on Chad.
Also. Yeah,
it is strange, but good on him for doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, the old boy seemed too chatty. I don't know, man. It just nothing seems right. Okay. It don't
No,
smell
I agree. I mean, this is like the third or fourth time Chad's called him, and every time it's felt very like scripted or something's off. It's almost like Chad's throwing him money to interview him or something. I don't know.
Right.
I have tried to call that place multiple times. Only the very first time I called did I talk to him, and he only allowed me to just say a few words and ask him a few questions. And I was like, be very respectful. I said almost the same shit Chad did, which is, I do a podcast. Do you have a comment, etc.? And he pretty much just stopped talking immediately and hung up on me.
Right.
So how
man.
did Chad get in to actually
And,
have these long convos?
And here's the deal. I mean, it's not like Chad and fucking Aaron are buddies. They're fucking they're hated enemies. Chad
Right.
and
So
right. So yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Is that a fucking AI coach? Was that an AI coach voice that was going on over the phone? You know what I'm saying? Was that the coach?
I got you. No, I don't think Aaron has the capabilities. He's a fucking retard. He probably wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't even get someone that actually knows how to do an AI help him out. He's too dumb.
I don't know. It's strange though with Chad in the picture.
So anyway, yeah, this is from today. So we're circling back to Chad. Of course, we started with Chad, and here we are back at Chad. God damn it! I didn't want to do it, but we got to do it. Here it is.
Hello, this is Scott.
Coach Scott?
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Hey, I was just calling. I'm a podcaster. I know Aaron Imholte.
Okay.
Have you been getting threatening messages at the gym? We were just trying to confirm.
Yeah, I had been. I mean, over the past couple months, but it's me poking the bear, Aaron poking the bear, you poking the bear.
No, I'm not threatening. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of you guys.
Okay, well, good. No, I appreciate that. It's kind of like it goes with the territory of the, when you poke the bear out there, people get pissed. And of course, when they're hiding behind the screen, well, anybody can say words.
Anonymous.
Anybody out there poking the bear out there? The bear, the bear out there. You poke the bear, the bear there. He pokes back. The bears.
Okay. That might be Coach Scott, because I'm going to tell you, this guy's a stupid son of a bitch, man. Ain't he? You can just tell the coach is not real bright.
No, he's not. Yeah, we can tell all that. But whatever, I think he is pretty much a straight shooter. That's why I have a hard time finding that he did that got him shit fucking knowingly. Like, that is very fucking bizarre. But I guess we'll find out in time, right? Either Aaron will be back on Thursdays working with kids, or he never will again, and we'll know. I would say give it a couple months, and if Aaron is not there working with the fucking Thursday crew, then he was full of shit every fucking second of there's gonna come a point where even his own people are like, so what's up with the boxing thing again? It's never gonna happen.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't see somebody playing that with all those kids, all the younger kids that were in there that night.
Yeah,
that's
if it was all adults, that's one thing, right? But yeah, for a kid class, why wouldn't he have done that on the Tuesday men's class or the Wednesday day class that has no kids in it? Cut the promo when no kids are around, then you don't have to worry about that shit. Weird.
Very strange. Very strange.
So if he did do that, he's a fucker. But all right, let's keep going.
I know anonymously. I mean, a couple of them, they and it's not like he got time to fight with somebody over in Brazil, much less Florida, or much less Wisconsin, unless it's a Green Bay Packer. Well, then it's a different story because I'm a Vikings fan. But even then,
Yeah, so he's referring to the comments left on his Google fucking website, his site for his gym, and they're leaving comments on the Google review. But yeah, they're nameless, faceless people from all over the world. Yeah, they're not even real by chance. Did you figure that one out yet, Scott? Yeah, they are nameless, faceless people. He's got that right. He does have that part right.
And you trained them well.
outside of that, yeah, I mean, it's, it's unfortunate. And again, it's just one of those things that, yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Kind of like the business Google, the bad reviews. Yeah, I want to get this, and people take sides, and oh my God, it's like, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's, again, it's one of those things it's come to kind of deal with it with the new age technology and so the way society is. And, but it's, the door still got open at 8. Practice is still, at 7 o'clock. This guy still got to eat. And, I mean, it's not like I'm going to close my.
That made no sense. Hold up there. Okay, the door opens at 8. Practice begins at 7 o'clock. Wouldn't it be the other way around? I mean,
yeah, probably. He's an old feller, man, like yourself, but a little less his acuity maybe isn't as strong as yours still.
The doors, because I enjoy being here.
Sure.
I mean, otherwise I wouldn't do it. And this is kind of what I married. I mean, I don't make any money off poking the bear that whomever out there, so, but
no, absolutely.
Anyway.
No, I don't condone that at all. In fact, I think I watch all the videos, and I'm really compelled by it. I think.
All right. Anyway, we've pretty much figured that out. So yeah, are you getting trolled? Yes, you're getting trolled. Yeah, we know you're getting trolled. But yeah, he says, yes, I've been getting threats, but we know that just means bad reviews. So
right. 2-star ratings or below.
So anyway, whatever. They're out there fucking with them. Let's just show 3 hours and 15 minutes. Let's just show him missing the goal from today. I thought we could watch some of the So Thorough Joe Burrow videos, but we went heavy on the Chad content today. But let's get into a little bit more of the toe before we go. Toe and go. Let's show one of this. So let's not. Let's just get into this. I don't know. I love those So Thorough Joe Burrow videos. Here, I got a short one. Let's watch this. As we know, this motherfucker's always moving the goalposts. Yeah, this one. Here we go. So, are we getting caught lying about possibly getting PayPals and whatnot? Let's hear it.
Here we go. By the way,
pardon me.
So Thorough hates the toe. I don't know. I don't know what I ever did to the guy, but he irrationally dislikes the toe.
He caught you in all these lies and he wants to point it out to everyone, and he's not being impartial. He's just showing the truth. I also see it on a daily basis. He's constantly, this fucking toe guy is constantly like, oh yeah, we've got 300-400 over on on YouTube. And I'll look because I'm staring at the fucking thing at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's like 200. And I don't know what he has on Rumble because I rarely peek over there. But it's not fucking 8,000-9,000. Like he does not have 1,200 viewers all the time.
I don't think he has but 100 over there, if that. You're
talking about on Rumble?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
well, if it says 1,000, we know it's like 300. But whatever, we can't fight that. It's a losing battle. He'll never admit that. Everyone that's on Rumble but him admits that. Quad should box toe in the front seat of a car. That's even. No, give me Johnny. Let's get Johnny Crutches versus Quad in the front seat of a car. We'll do that. I think I could take him all day, every day, baby.
He's another one of those guys where I've never had any kind of talk with him. I've never, DM'd the guy, never.
Oh, so if you don't get a chance to DM them and talk to them, then they're bad guys that are against you.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that tracks.
At a back and forth. He just, he's a little nuts on her down into like the 5s and 6s. Like even on a bad day on Steel Toe, we're in the low 7s. Like we're still higher than those guys. I think all this drama going away and all this stuff kind of dying down, that's bad for the old brand. So, maybe we are in the catbird seat, but still. What's wrong with that? Oh, shit, I didn't show the clip. Well, it's just me talking. You understand? I don't really see what's wrong with that. I stand by that. What's in that clip that I don't stand by? Yeah, I think on our bad days, it's like 350 Rumble, 390 YouTube. So it's 750. I was being generous by saying low 7s on a bad day. You know what, though? I will say that even though he's a little psychotic, he's a little broken up in the head. I bet you that Joe Burrow guy, I bet you he's that you gotta, if you're that guy, you gotta love that, right?
I'm gonna do my stuff. Like, I do not know where he gets off saying anything like that, and we can blatantly see the shit. It's so fucking obvious. I have no idea why he even tries to pull the wool over people's eyes when they can just look and see them fucking selves. It's so stupid, dude. Why do you gotta lie?
That's called
gas. Yeah, but it's ridiculous because you could like stare at the fucking numbers. They're right in front of your face. Like everybody watching the show can see the numbers and in the whatever. If I wanted to know the Rumble numbers, I could just jump over there and look real quick, and then I could do the math. Like, 1,000. Oh, okay. Then you got like 300-400 probably. Okay, good. You got a 4-time multiplier on Rumble. And especially after the show is concluded, then they really start doing some fuzzy math on Rumble. Because like it's every time someone scrolls past your holding video before the show even starts is counted as a view. So like what, you got thousands of people just scrolling through shit and seeing your stupid fucking holding video. You can't count that as a goddamn view, but they do. Just like on Twitter, same stuff. I
bet they don't pay for it though as a view.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. I have no idea. The YouTube studio and all that stuff is very confusing what they're doing over there.
Yeah, it is.
And like they were starting to pay him for ads, but I think that wasn't working out very good for him, so he gave up that thought very quickly. You remember when we were watching those his Friday shows?
Yes.
He did it like once and gave up. So it must not pay off like he was claiming it would.
Right.
He was like, I'll do so many ad reads that I won't even have to ask for goals. Well, that lasted.
He got rude awakening. That was 1 week.
Yeah, one fucking Friday or two, maybe. It was one or two. It was very quick. Short lived. All right, this is from today. I love this kind of shit. We might actually watch the Velveeta eating thing too. He ate a year-old plus Velveeta for the goal.
Oh man,
on Monday or whatever.
Boy,
disgusting
shit you'll do for $1.
Yeah, he's willing to do anything for $1. All right, so here's him. Let's see if we believe if he actually hit this shit today.
Putting out for them. Yeah, guys, that's the first 47 seconds of that clip. We're gonna tap out. That just didn't work. You know what, though? I was kind of, when we got to 170, I was like, should I have hope and should we really lay in, or should I just take the L, accept it, and just take it nice and casual the rest of the way? That clip helped me make my decision.
Mercy kill this mofo.
Mercy kill this whole episode today. Zen Man gifting a membership to Main Vein. Will Main Vein pass it on? Probably not. Let's go with what today has been so far.
So anyway, I just wanted to show all these like real short clips of him just kind of owning up to the fact that he wasn't going to hit the goal this morning. It was like monstrous miss. It was like $170 short at the goal time. That's what he was just talking about there.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking huge numbers today. But like I said, it gets weird and fuzzy. Sorry, I gotta move forward. There you go.
So I'm sorry. I'm waiting for when.
Don't I deserve more when something like that comes in?
Technically, yes, but then again, I don't know. We all do.
Grand Poobah says, "My bad. You're fine, buddy. Just giving you shit. I'm just bitter because we're losing today, and we're losing by a lot. I'm just bitter. Like, have we been doing great lately? Yes. So do I feel bad when I get in this mood? Yeah, because it's fucking greedy. It's fucking greedy. Once in a while, you're gonna have big misses. It happens.
Shaq had a big miss the other day.
Oh boy, did he ever. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, blah, 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 blah. All right, what's our last story for?
Dude, you see how down and out he got? I love it, man.
Yeah. No, he lost it. He had a little fucking fuse break there, but he didn't know what to do, how to react.
All right. I don't know. Okay, like I said, we'll see what you think on this one. All right, so this is him still double digits down. They're 15, 16 minutes into overtime, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Let me see. 345 out of 350. All right. 8 minutes off of. So this is like 8 minutes before the end, which is like a fucking long ass show.
Then.
Yeah, so like 22 minutes into overtime.
Does eat the pizzas. It's not like Domino's. Like, the person who ordered it had nothing to do with making them. Nobody poisoned them. They're good pizzas.
Like, real talk, putting this in my yard, if this happened with my daughter, all those pizzas are coming in. If they're paid for, I'm doing streams rating pizzas.
Right. Then yeah, you should consume them. Hey guys, we're $75 away from today. We got about 5 or 6 minutes left. We got a couple of stories here. Maybe you want to throw in a couple of bucks and we can we turn today's disaster into a win? That would be I think getting into the double digits is a win for the toe. But if we get the 75 down to 0, that's fucking insane. Main Vein gifting a membership. They passed along their membership. Thank you, Main Vein. That's very nice of you. 75 away, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We could end up knocking this thing out by the end of today's show. Do we have a chance? 75 away. Do it. Hammer it out. Call it a win for the toe.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
That's right. And beloved chatter, if you give that is the new thing. Like, people are giving out gifted memberships, and he automatically assumes that if you get gifted a free membership, somehow you're on the hook for fucking passing it along and getting another one. I love that shit, man.
God, his goddamn viewers are idiots.
Yeah, they're almost as dumb as the Catalano fucking crew. Fans. Almost that dumb. All right, and here we go. This is the reveal, as they say in the biz. I want to know what you think about this, honk. Let's watch this happen in real time, and you decide, is it real or is it fake?
I'm sorry, you got to get arrested for that, buddy.
Fuck.
Ooh, that is going to go really badly for you.
Okay, I don't know how I should feel about this. I have good news and bad news.
What's the good news, sir?
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Somehow we pulled it off today and we got another win for the toe.
No.
The $75 PayPal contribution that did it, however.
Anonymous?
Worse than anonymous.
What's worse than anonymous?
Oh, you're going to love it. I hate it. Aaron's Velveeta and Dinty Moore shits.
Oh, yeah.
So with 4 minutes with 4 minutes to go, this motherfucker pulls out someone paid the entire rest of the goal, $75 in a PayPal. Unknown. I mean, whatever. The name is Velveeta cheese and Dinty Moore shits. Whatever the fuck. He makes this shit up so badly, and he's such a bad actor, isn't he?
Well, so what's the leaderboard numbers there say? Because that's $75. Shouldn't that person go up on the leaderboard? I think it would have taken one of the spots. So what I'm getting at is if you don't see, okay, let's
well,
see.
He says that. He does say that after they hit.
Dude, the shit I do for money.
So this guy is a new person.
The queso
And
crabs.
this person paid the rest of the goal a couple days ago. I think it was Monday. I'd have to go back and look. I actually had it wound up. But he did throw a bunch of money the other day as well. So this is not a new one.
Yeah, so it's the same old bullshit one.
Let me see. The Velveeta cheese thing. Yeah, 308. Let me see. Yeah, so this was Tuesday. This is yesterday. He ate the cheese. Eat the cheese, Aaron. Eat the butter. No, they didn't get him to eat butter, but they sure the fuck got him to eat cheese, which is close enough, right?
Old cheese, moldy cheese.
We'll get back to that, but let's just finish this one off.
Oh, you're going to love it. I hate it. Aaron's Velveeta and Dinty Moore shits.
Lame.
Dude, the shit I do for money.
The queso crabs.
I'm letting you know right now that I would have rather missed today's goal by $75 than have Aaron's Velveeta and Dinty Moore shits send in the 75 that got us a win for the toe.
Okay.
Personally, whoever you are, you're an angel. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I know who it is. No. I know who it is because their real name is on the thing.
Oh, I know you know.
But their comment name is in the comments, and I'm not going to read their real name.
Yeah, I bet you're not. Fucking it, you can't. But okay, so no, here's the thing. If there was a real name, he would know that it was related to the other alt that person would be typically using, because he would have had received money from the same person under a different name. Therefore, he would have known who it was. He is 100% full of shit making this up. Fucking liar.
Yep. Well, like I said, that should be the leaderboard. The highest on that leaderboard is $7, or the lowest is $70. So this person did 75, and they should go up there. So
well, he does say that. He does say that. But anyway, we should finish it off just because this is such a pathetic example, and the rest of it is just as pathetic as the moment that he pretends to get a fucking Venmo or PayPal. But he gloats so much.
You took a big risk, by the way.
That last
name. Because what if I didn't see that comment and I was so happy to see that we knocked out today's goal that I just went, because on my phone I can't see the comment name. It's just a notification with the person's name on it. I have to open it up, I have to click on it, go in there, then I can see the comment. What if I just would have read your name and there would have been no Aaron's? Hold on. Let me go back in. Yeah.
Oh my
Aaron's
God.
Velveeta and Dinty Moore shits. What if I wouldn't have seen that part? Big risk you took. Big risk.
Not
Man,
really.
I'm so grateful. Words can't properly express.
Yeah, a big risk, not a big risk because none of it's really. Yeah, exactly. Beloved Cheddar, that's it. Fuck, dude, you nailed it. Absolutely. Every time he way over exaggerates and way over explains stuff, that is absolutely his tale, and making all the faces and doing all the and then the pauses. Always, it's all of that shit. And then as soon as he says it, he fucking starts staring at the chat. He did that, which because he wants to see what everyone thinks of what he's doing. But unfortunately, all of his viewers are too dumb to know what's going on or don't care. It does seem to be the case.
Dumb.
Dumb. Miss something in that Minnesota water. That's all there is to it.
Just dumb.
Dive Bar says, wait, what? You get people's personal information? No, some people don't have their real names on there. Some people have.
No, yeah, you do get the personal information. You get the exact amount of personal information that the super tip system does. It's exactly the same. You fucking lying ass bitch.
Like anonymous or whatever, right on
their
the thing.
profile name thing if they give it forward with it.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but holy shit, guys, we somehow got there. It always happens. It always ends up being a win for the toe. You guys always make it work. Somebody waited till the last minute and they decided to pull the trigger with a fucking mocking my bowels name.
So by hitting that fake goal, he now hits all the goals every time. It's always a win for the toe. It's always, always, always. So did you hear how dejected he was a minute ago when it was 170 short?
Shit, he
looked like he was gonna
fucking himself.
Yeah, it sounded like he was gonna have a mental breakdown for a minute there, and then all of a sudden he pulled it out, and then now look at this motherfucker. Whether it's fake or not, this guy is going full on. I'm the toe. I'm winning every time, all the time, always. This is 10 million. Well, actually, we'll listen to that part here next.
Hit like and buy a membership for BYB. I'm Joey C, and I approve this message. One day, I hope to be as great as Quad Father.
Oh, that's very nice of you, G Rob and Joey C. We appreciate that message. Absolutely. Hey, if you really start working really hard, Joey C, and you come back September all fresh, ready to go, you too may have a chance to be maybe partially as skilled as I am. Because the quad always wins every time. A win for the quad.
Another win for the quad.
Another win for the quad. Yes. Thank you, G Rob.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll throw you in the top 4 here. Well, I can't put that whole name. Let's call it hold on. Let's call it Aaron's. What is it? Aaron's Velveeta
shits.
More shits. We'll call it AVDMS.
Look at him adding it so quickly.
And they
there you go, buddy.
From AVDMS.
Yep.
And they and they threw in 75, so they're in 4th place.
Here it comes. Let's hear. What do you got to say about that? How do you feel?
All right, guys, take
Let's
it
hear your
easy. Sorry
response.
to Muttering Jay. Someone said Muttering Jay was gonna love it. Sorry we beat you again, Muttering Jay, but you should be used to it by now. No hard feelings, nothing personal. You can just stop watching if you're tired of taking L's. That goes for the lot of you, but we do like having you here and having to make you suffer. All right, Johnny, you're on at 1 o'clock today.
Yes, sir.
1 o'clock on Just Kidding LLC.
Yeah, that didn't sound too convincing, did it?
Look at Johnny's
you
face,
guys,
man.
He's not convinced? Johnny not convinced about what just transpired there? Is he giving us the look?
He's smelling it.
He's like, if you guys believe this, do you believe this shit? I can't believe he's doing this shit. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Does he ever blink? Oh, sorry. Does he ever blink? No, he's on Adderall just to stay up in the mornings to do the show, I'm assuming. Okay, and anyway, if you haven't seen it, Honk, we'll just play it real quick and then we'll get the hell out of here. Okay. But yeah, 1 year old Velveeta cheese for the goal the other day.
Dude, you can do that like with regular cheese, kind of, because it's supposed to be mold, some of them, but I don't think Velveeta cheese qualifies. I think that's a different type. I could be wrong.
It's not really cheese. Yeah, for sure. I would have to agree with that, but I don't know that I would eat 1 or 2 year old Velveeta cheese that's been in the fridge. Not for a goal. So if you folks want to ask me to do stupid shit for goals, ain't happening. I might eat something spicy for like a challenge sometime or do something goofy, but no, I'm not doing all this stupid shit Aaron does. He's a fucking idiot. And I can't stand up for 10 minutes like Johnny did either, so don't ask me.
Just doing a quick update.
Some
That's all.
bitches, I know how they think.
Quick update.
Why a quick update?
Because Steven is now back in first place. He's at $170 for the week.
Thank you, Steven.
$70 from Steven. That is the goal for today. I'll play it.
It ain't easy
But I'm
being cheesy.
afraid I've got some bad news.
Aaron's eating cheese.
I want to preface what I have to do with the fact. Yeah, thank you, Bapa Shop. Don't I suck at something
because I mean,
take a bite of Vita, anything like that. They wanted to see my old Velveeta.
You look how gross that is.
Now, can I?
That's so disgusting, dude. That's so
my
disgusting.
old Velveeta.
Old Velveeta. You can see how it's two different colors. You see that? Jesus Christ, that's bad, dude.
That straight up looks like butter, man.
Oh, damn. Yeah, butter. No, I'm sure someone is going to Photoshop that shit into butter. Absolutely. If I have a feeling Doom, Gummy Chainsaw, somebody out there is working on that right now.
Somebody.
I'm sure if we keep watching Twitter, it'll come out in the next day or two. Make it butter. There's already been videos of him like eating an entire stick of butter like in one shot.
Right.
I love that. We played it on here.
Now, can I take a bite of this and go off camera, or do I have to?
I think we got to put it in and see it go down.
I just got to do it, right? Like, I got to not think about it.
Like, because, I mean, let's face it, you're going to enjoy it both going down and coming up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Look at Johnny. Oh, God.
Faker. It wasn't that bad. This guy's a
No,
bitch, dude. Every which way. So, yeah, like we just watched him do the fake PayPal thing. I think that this is the exact kind of situation where he's doing his play acting shit, trying to convince us that it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, real performative, man. Real performative.
Beloved chatter. I didn't. Okay, so I haven't had a chance to go back and watch any of fucking Melton from this week. So I got like 10 hours of Melton built up. I can go watch at this point. So I'm gonna have to check out some of it. But yeah, Toe is acting like a fucking tard, which reminds me of the time he ate the dog treat. Like he had no problem eating the doggy treat too. I think it almost turned into a situation where he was gonna start snacking on the ones that he had sitting there. Bacon. I smell bacon. Bacon bits.
Oh,
That's
that's gross. Fuck.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo, but anything for the goal. The goal. All right, Honk. Dude, did we crush it last night? Did we crush the spirit of that piece of shit? Nobody, fucking Joey. See you later.
Well, you know what? If not, we're going to come back at them even harder on Saturday's show, which will be at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern time. Same bad channel. And, of course, we'll be back Friday for the final weekday BYB show. So,
fuck yeah, man. We'll try to get, like I said, I'll see if I can round up that Will Heron and his horizontal hairline and wonderful horse teeth and see if we can get him chittering, and chattering, and shitting and chatting. And like
he's got probably $100,000 in them choppers.
See if we can get him on here and just talk about Nick Rekieta and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh
with us again.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls, made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls.